eat that food, y'all lay down, and y'all get some rest in your Odessa. Y'all make sure y'all clean up all the house and make sure y'all leave everything right. We left. I said, hey, Mom, I just was telling you, I'm stuck on my own dad. Why you tell him? He said, what you want me to do, line up your dad? He said, what do you think? You want to get me in trouble? I'm like, you think about it. He said, wait a minute. How come he's with you? Because he's just like you. And you put him on, he's older than me. And it was nothing else. He was right in his act. And I was thinking, Lord said, I worked directly with the police. I said, oh, wow. He just told on me. And my old dad said, hey, he knew he liked this. You got to be around guards that just like you. He picked out the guards he wouldn't mind me being around. They acknowledged me. He was educated. He figured, yo, he gave me some direction. Born savior. He was in my corner. He figured, yo, hey, Mom, he had a lot of heart. You know, just the law. He kept me in the loop, was happening in Mecca. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of people, you don't mind, you gotta be around somebody. You don't want to be around somebody get you king out of love. Love, that's out. You know, us to be by yourself. The Lord said, hey, he didn't take justice with him that night. And you don't need nobody to get the jump on you over some BS out. Just happening phenomenally, things fall into your hands. And then things happen. You understand? And that's what I'm talking about. You know, you gotta be very swift. You don't want to be responsible for something that happens stupid. You know what I mean? Be very, very careful, even with yourselves. You know what I'm saying? What you eat, all of that. That makes a lot of sense. Because that draws up a reaction and a behavior, whatever you do. And I said, oh wow, man, I'm with somebody, because you don't want to be around any old body. And the only reason you gotta be around, see, listen, civilized is held responsible for the uncivilized. And that's uncivilized. And you the one that's battling with yourself, because you got to make sure inside you that you got to correct all of that that's going on, what's going on wrong. You know, like got the demon on one side and the angel on the other side. Listen, you got to take complete charge and say, hey, this is what I have to do. I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And stay on your point. You can't even let nothing take you this way, take that way. Because that's what it's all about. That's what's happening here. You got to have the knowledge of your true and living self. That's all they have to do. And everything else will fall in place. Peace.
Hey. All right, before the next speaker comes on, peace, I'm to God, divine Prince of Law. I want to inform everybody that if you need to use the bathrooms are over there. Not over here. The bathroom's over here. And once again, I want to reiterate, man, that we're hoping that more than just a familiar players that always get paying bills, right? Give us a chance to hear what you got to say. You know, give us a chance to see where you come from, who you are. Because right now, man, our nation is growing. And we got all kind of people coming from everywhere, you know, all kind of branches of knowledge, right? But we manifest a supreme intelligence of Allah's living mathematics in this culture, which distinguishes itself from any other. You got to understand that. We are Allah's 5%, you know, known around the world as being the gods on earth, right? And we hold that title because we have earned it. We have shown and proved, man, through our years, right? I have been honored to have 50 years of experience with this nation. And I've seen this, man, we were very few to where now we're, I dare tell you, man, around the planet, we're in the hundreds of thousands, close to a million, because this knowledge has affected the whole world. And Mecca is the root of our civilization. You must understand that. I know that we have places in North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, overseas, Central and South America. But remember that it all began here. We hold fast to the principles that were that empowered us to be who we are today. Some of us, man, I know some of y'all, man, over many years ago, y'all were like this. Now you're like this. So as much as you have increased in your physical and perhaps, man, your vocation, I would like to see how you have advanced not only in your teaching, but what you are teaching. All right? Don't look at these small things and think that there's not going to be anybody here. I am certain, man, this nice day there's going to be plenty of God and earths here. Right? So we don't see each other on a regular basis no more, but for you that are here now, please let us know who you are and what you stand for. Peace.
Hey. My name is God Perfection 360 Allah. Today, mathematics is wisdom born. Wisdom born, born knowledge, 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 born wisdom, and wisdom born wisdom. Born culture freedom, born knowledge, knowledge born equality, equality born wisdom, wisdom born wisdom, born culture freedom, born knowledge, born power, refinement, born understanding, equality, the born. Born culture freedom, born knowledge, knowledge born equality, equality born wisdom, born goodness, spirit, born God, born knowledge, power, refinement, born equality, equality born wisdom, born culture freedom, born knowledge, knowledge born equality, born God, born goodness, sword, born knowledge, power, refinement, born equality, equality born wisdom, born our culture, born my culture, our God. Tell us why was Yaku so successful in all this undertaking? Because the people who are just followers, follow Yaku's laws regards to what he told them to do, they did it, and now they pay whatever law they wrote. Yaku did not been pushing out to force people. When one fell victim to the law, the penalty was in death. It was enforced everyone that fell victim. When you sit at home and wait for a mission guard to bring you food, your family didn't know. Now cipher. Me and my people have been waiting. Me and my people have been lost from home for 379 years. I tried to so-called mystery God. For bread, clothing, and home, we receive nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and out of doors. Also being killed by the ones who advocate that kind of God. And no one even came to the Son of Man came to aid by name our prophet, W.D. Farad. What's the coverage of the planet Earth? 24,896 miles, approximately 25,000 miles. So I like to say peace to my nation. I love my nation. I love my brothers and sisters and the babies. I'm from the Oasis, born and raised in the deserts, Astoria Project, Allah Project, Queensbridge. Right now I'm resting in Pelon. Building, destroying the devil regardless of who and what, God. I love y'all, God. I'm here. I just turned Power Wisdom Thursday, God. I had knowledge for many years. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Name of Allah, the true and living God. Asiatic ruler. Asiatic ruler, God. I'd like to say, it's a pleasure to be out here in the Universal Parliament. We all must basically stick together even more now than ever. We have our nation's newspaper, The Son of Man, created by Universal Shamrock, who made it design the original flag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you like this. What's in here, even though some of the stuff is from the past, it applies to the day. The history is written in accordance with the day. And I'm gonna let you know that this is what we need, God. And the more advanced version will be coming up as far as I've heard. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I'll write a couple of articles in here myself. But in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? We have to keep running and going, God. Regardless of what. It's all about getting that knowledge out there. And this is the knowledge from the firstborn, Universal Shamrock, ABG, and a few of the other brothers. Also, this is the knowledge that was given to them by the Father of Allah. We must keep it original. You know what I'm saying? No duplicating or pretending or anything like that. We just have to keep it original. But that's what it's about. So let this rally be successful. But later for how y'all can be successful in his undertakings, how are we going to continue to be successful? So we are successful. Regardless of whom or what. Because we are the true and living gods and earth of the planet. And we dominate everything. Regardless of whom or what. We just have to use our power. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will get you anything and everything that you need. All you got to do is keep it up front and tell them. Peace.
Hey. My name is Lord Light. Today's mathematics is wisdom born. Wisdom born. That's it. Wisdom born. Wisdom is to manifest whatever you're thinking about. Whatever in your mind, you can manifest. You can make it born. You can bring it into existence. I want to talk about this here. because it's dear to my heart. To be 53 years since the man been gone come June 13th. It'll be 53 years. I don't see no babies here right now. I gotta deal with what's on my mind, what's in my heart, because it's that real. The man told us the babies are the greatest. I got this knowledge at 14. I'm 64 now. I got a lot of hurt, man. And the hurt is because of the things I did. The part that I played. And what we gotta realize, all of us play a part in this. Everyone. There's no big eyes. There's no little U's. We all got a part to play in this nation. And it doesn't matter where your part is at, but do your part. Now, I really want to talk about my brother University Champion, because there's a lot of things going on about this flag. A lot of things going on about people selling this flag. There's a lot of things going on because Allah House looked the way it looked, and people were selling these flags and ain't bringing a damn thing back. And I take it personally because I designed the flag in 1973. The flag said MGT GCC with a 6 and a star in the center of the 6. I took it to the old man. The old man took me to meet University Champion. First thing the University Champion God asked me when I showed them that piece of, I ain't even got the word for it. Yeah, I said art, So when Champion God looked at it, first thing the man asked me, did I know 100 years? And I said, yes. And he said, well, tell me the first degree in the student in Rome. And I said, who's the original man? Yes. The original man is the maker. He said, stop right here. We got a flag that consists of the sun, moon, and stars. That's man, woman, and child. What makes you think that they need a flag of their own when they are part of the same nation? Therefore, if you the maker, make your goddamn own. Don't claim jump what I did. Oh, claim jump. So that means don't take ownership or claim jump what somebody else manifests. And it seems to me, I don't know about nobody else, but it seems to me that a lot of people's claim jumping, you know, people talking about patterning something, then you got some liquor store with the flag on it. You know what I mean? And it comes from me and a lot of the rest of us not doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. And I'm saying it like that because it gotta be that real, man. And we all play a part in it. And we all gotta check it. If we don't check it, man, oh man, oh man. All I'm gonna say is this here, man. The law's the God. Not the fraud, Word is God. The law is the God. We gotta get it together, man. You know, we had a brotherly love in Mecca at one time. We had a brotherly love in Medina one time. And it hurts me, man, that we don't have that same love today. The brothers don't even check on their brother no more. We gotta get together, y'all. But truth be told, all we got is each other. And if we don't take care of each other, who's gonna do it? The world is in so much symbols now. You got broads cutting off their chests, niggas cutting off their wee-wees. Babies is killing babies. Like they can't wait to get on a t-shirt. These are the things we gotta attack today. The trouble is wrong. 100%. All day, every day. And he ain't stopping. So we better not stop. We better get back in the groove of it and tell it the way it is. And stop sugarcoating these niggas shit. Stop sugarcoating. Tell the truth. Directly to the point. That's the Lord's mathematics. Peace.
All right, we're going to keep the wisdom flowing. Peace, God. I'm the Divine Prince of Love. Right, and it seems as though I've always, man, wanted to come on, man, and assist my brothers, you know, because sometimes, man, there's some hesitancy. I understand that, you know. We have so much here, so much in here, so much going on in here and out there. The reason why I point to the heart is because, like, as of late, man, you know, I try to stay out of my head and just express what's in my heart. You know, heart being symbolic, man, symbolic to what I'm feeling. You know, this is what 71 looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Looking good.
We can dress up the outside, you know, and when we contemplate, look pretty good, man. But nobody sees before I go to bed what I gotta do, man, to keep this going. You know what I'm saying? We learned a long time ago, man. You eat right, you'll live right. All right? And this holds true. Right now, here in New York City and other parts of New York, there are what you call food deserts, where people are not able, man, to either get food, right, or they have to travel a long distance to find decent food, right? And a lot of us, man, realize, man, that a lot of our people, you know, since COVID-19 has impoverished a lot of folks that had money before, they ain't got it now. Find ourselves, man, shopping at the 99-cent store. You know what I'm saying? But we were told a long time ago, man, that the conditions that we see now, just like Dave's degree, man, why was Yakub so successful in all his undertakings? We see, man, that he's finding some of the success by having, man, all this turmoil and chaos in your life. You know, but we are lost 5%. We knew that this day would be coming. And that any of us, man, that have been around for long and are ingratiated in this knowledge, man, know that this is no accident what's going on. But what do we, as the lost 5%, what do we do? Do we give in to the madness and the chaos? Because I tell you something, I'm not marching up and down Fifth Avenue behind a bunch of 85 or 10%, right, to suit their agenda. What's our agenda? An agenda, man, is a timetable we have set for ourselves to accomplish certain things. There's an agenda as a law school in Mecca. We have an agenda, a certain amount of time before we may have put up that building, but it entails some planning and some effort on the part of not just the one that had the idea, but all of us coming together, man, for one common cause, right? If you put one together, man, you know, just go through the mathematics of one, you're gonna come up with God. And that's who we are. We are one nation with a lot of various ideas, diverse thinking. Some people, man, their education level isn't up to our standards. Like in 2022, and some gods and earth and families do not have access to computer knowledge or the internet or what have you, man. It's like you're stuck in the past. You know, you got to elevate yourself, man, to contend with the things that are going on now. Right? We say a lot, man, about saving the baby, but you can't save nobody till you save yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind, man, that a lot of the fire and enthusiasm we had before, it has waned in certain individuals that have seen things, man, now, like you go to attacking somebody else's knowledge. The minute you say something, man, you're in dispute with someone. When I say something, I don't want to be in dispute with you. If you think, man, that what I'm saying is incorrect, then let's talk about it. Let's do it about it. Don't go behind my back and put it on Facebook or Twitter. No, the guys don't know what they're talking about. He did this. And that's why I don't come to Parliament. Because all I see is niggas. All they doing is drinking. And a bunch of old guards come together. They keep spitting in our face about some things that don't apply to me. Well, I need to tell you something, man. Our foundation's 120 degrees alike. You know, and I'm telling you right now, most of these cats, man, if you press them on their lessons, they'll fold like potato chips. They'll fold like potato chips because they don't have a clue about who we are. You can dress the part, but what's that old saying, man, front ain't easy. Because sooner or later, one of us is going to ask you, what's today's degree? Yeah, I don't want to hear about, well, I'm renewing my history. God, I've been so busy. You know, you establish, man, your foundation. Shore up your foundation. Because for any foundation, any building you see that has a foundation, there's what they call pillars. Pillars to hold up that foundation. If your foundation on shaky ground, then it's going to fall. It's going to fall. My name is Divine Prince of Law. That has meaning. That has meaning. You know? But my name is not my attribute. You gotta get that straight. My name is not my attribute. Your attribute, man, is the characteristics that enable you, man, to distinguish yourself from everybody else. Because we're a nation of one, but all of us, man, we're not carbon copies of one another. We're not marching to the same beat. At least I'm not. I never have. You know, but I do understand that by principle, there's certain things I'm not going to do.
I appreciate your
Things I ain't going to do. I won't do nothing that for in the national interest without the sanction of the people that are around me. Because you got plenty of people writing books. Who are you? I don't know you. Ain't been to Parliament once. I was just giving privy to a new book that's come out that's got our lesson. It's on lesson. You know, and I'll tell you something. I've read a lot of these books that produce, man, have our lesson, and they don't be right. All you gotta do, man, with a few words, and you'll see, man, it's been distorted. See, when I got out, I like to think that the one that came to me, he came at a specific time with correct information. This is why I stayed. You know, I didn't come in here blind to myself being black, or knowing that in the time I was in, man, that there was a hell of a time here in America. You know, I don't dwell on the past. I do what is now, but I am not going to negate my past to know, man, that the foundation I had is what enabled me, man, to stand here today on strong legs, with still a strong voice, advocating for what is right. When we say we just and true, we're talking about doing things right. You know, we stand against crime. Crime is off the hook. All right? There's a lot of things we stand against, man. Drug addiction. Drug addiction is taking on a whole new level. The drugs are different now, and they're twice as deadly, 3 times, 100 times more deadly. So we, man, suggest that you don't involve yourself with it. The best way to stop it is to never stop. You know what I'm saying? And this is not me to say that you cannot have your friends, because just because a man has a drink or might smoke some weed, I still hold me, man, that you are not addicted. But when your life becomes unmanageable, that's when you got a problem. To me, there's a time and place for everything, and now is the time where we have to come together, man, more than ever, man, because this beast is coming for you. If you haven't noticed, man, you know, as much as I respect Eric Adams, I know what he's doing. you're looking at the implementation of a total police state here in the city of New York. You know what I'm saying? There is a conspiracy going on. And once again, to conspire means to come together. But I don't deal in conspiracy theory, I deal in the facts. Where's all this artillery coming from? What's the sense behind it? A lot of people say it's the COVID shot that's driving people crazy. We have witnessed, man, in this month, man, a situation in Buffalo, a situation in Texas. But it's not the first time, it won't be the last time. We're here, man. Our best protection, man, is amongst each other, the shelter of our life. We form a family, man, that is unique in all the world. Because who you know, man, had the chutzpah to come up before the world and manifest that we are gods on earth. None. But the minute we did, you had a whole lot of opposition. You got opposition now from some that's been here 25, 30, 40 years. As if, man, that we're not intelligent enough to see how you're backbiting, how you're doing everything you can to disrupt the good progress that we are making. You know, some of us that talking about, well, why don't they do something to improve the conditions of the school? Hell, who has been around the school lately to see how it has improved? It's a whole lot different in 2022 than it did in 2020. But that was not by the effort. It didn't happen by osmosis. Brothers came together and made it happen. Through the sweat of their brow, through writing, through all the things we could do. But yet and still, man, we know that we do not stand alone. We are a nation of men. And you will see that, man, coming show and prove weekend. You will see, man, the streets will be packed. The streets will be packed. You know, right now it seems like we're out of doors. Nobody, no room for the widow's son. Man, let me tell you something, man. Listen, this is beautiful. This day was intended to be because of the last couple of months, man, we have been outdoors. You know what I'm saying? But we have come together regardless of what. Because we understand the importance, man, of making sure our nation survives the hell, the doom, and the destruction that's coming on this land. You know? We've got to, man, get out of Twitter. We got to get off of social media. We got to pursue other avenues, man, to increase our intelligence and our ability. Because you can talk a good game, but if you don't know how to do something, what good are you? If you're jobless, if you're homeless, come to the school desk. I guarantee you there will be somebody there that can give you a sense of direction of how you can get off the street. If you have problems with drugs and alcohol, we got that for you too. You can come to law school because we're giving you, man, our actual experience. Wisdom is the realm of experience. We're not sitting up here, man, like we just came out the sky yesterday. I have spoken parliaments, man, for over 40 years. And I've seen the progress. I've seen, man, how just a little bit of encouragement from myself and from other guards here, man, has turned their life around. The silence sometimes can be shattering, but the silence indicates to me, man, that we still have a way to go. I resaid this morning, man, that we have yet to teach even 5% of this plan.
Peace on Mike.
We're a young nation, and we have a lot to do. And we look towards ourselves to get it done. Don't be afraid or have any hesitation, man, or add on to Mecca. Because Mecca is the roof of our civilization. You know, you may venture forth in other lands, other states, where you will find nothing like here in Mecca, man. So it's history and the legacy of some of us down here. Because I want to tell you something, man. You know, when we leave, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? I am just grateful, man, that I have survived whatever it is that's out here that's taking our brothers out and sisters. You know, we had an event a couple of weeks ago at the school, man. I ain't seen so many cane and bent over brothers in all my life. We're a strong nation, but it starts within. It's an inside job. Get it right. You know, I'm not gonna go like we always say, be God or be gone, because I do not want to lose anybody. Because, man, I have not faith, but I am confident, man, to know, man, that every God here has the ability to change what is going on. We're a peacemaker. But there won't be any peace until we serve the compass state. Won't be any peace, man, until we set our arms, until you have the wherewithal, man, to teach. And as far as teaching, man, I want to tell you, man, to safeguard these children. Because now they're getting ready, man, to go on with a full vaccine agenda, including our children. And the trick was, man, well, the shot is voluntary, but if they don't get the shot, they won't be able to go to school. They won't be able to do this. Y'all can't do this. Y'all can't do that. Where's the freedom? The freedom starts in the mind. Live free and you will be free. No, thank you. I don't want to hold up with somebody else. Right? Come on. Hey.
I just wanted to take a few minutes of the time to mention my brother's birthday. We just lost Jabez. And I'm trying to put together a slideshow. And I know Jabez is kind of like, he always kept a lot of things personal. He didn't have too much conversation with a lot of people. So all those people that knew Jabez, I'm asking you to send your pictures to me and uniqueallah@hotmail.com. I'm trying to put a slideshow presentation together for the y'all. So anybody that knew it, please just send the pictures to me and uniqueallah@hotmail.com. There's so many websites, please. That's all. One more thing. John Knight got up here and he said something about the children. If you look around, he did mention that all of us are responsible for bringing the children here. Even myself. I hold myself guilty for not bringing children here. But if you're going to get up here and mention about children, make sure you got 10 with you. Before you get up here and say something about there are no children here. From the heart. That's love. See that? Anybody else on the whole conversation? And I'm around. That's important. Everybody is not. You gotta learn. Many shall come. Few shall be chosen. Chosen what? Themselves. That's why they still here, because they chose themselves. You understand? That's how that goes. You don't have to stop this from getting back and forth. Right shit. That's disrespectful. And this dude look like, this is the second time he came like this. Once you give it, once it's required, we gotta have security for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of mindsets out here that's not thinking like us. They still on that unlikely track. I'm on that unlikely track. That's unlikely on the hill. Ain't nothing unlikely on the track. Stop doing that. Don't do what they call reverse the polarity. That's what my big brother, YYD, told me. He said, whatever you look at, when you look at it, reverse it. And then bring an understanding on your own for what it is. Like God said, there's a lot of things going on in the schools. We need buildings. We need people to come around that ain't just coming with conversation. Not coming here to tell me what the day's mathematics is. Not to sit around and see how much they can smoke or how much they can drink. We need to add on. Even if you decided that one period that you want to sit down and deal with social equality, whatever your social equality is, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's get something done. And once we have some place for the babies, then you'll see a whole lot of babies here. Because a lot of brothers be like, I'm not bringing my babies around this. I'm not bringing my babies to things that I don't want them to know. I ain't bringing them around for brothers to be sitting there cursing and doing things other than themselves. Other than themselves is a what? In a what? Slave. I have a little saying. It's only a little part of it. It's called, a light that is bright can indeed blind the eye. For the positive concept is universal and should never burn the mind. Draw that up. It's a little party like I was looking at a degree, going back to something, that I went coming into the station. You know what I mean? There was a lot of brothers that had very, very positive ideas. But you gotta take an idea and make it work, walk, and talk. Other than that, it's just a thought. Ain't no time for wasting energy, man. You know what I mean? Being out of the way. Some brothers call it the last day of time.
You know, however you draw that up. But it's only lasts when your eyes closed, you're not here no more. In the physical. You know what I mean? But while you here in the physical, you try to get things done as much as possible. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. My name is Prince Freedom Love. And I give all I have, all within my power, to see that we successful as a one nation. And on that one, I'm gonna let whoever got to get up and build. That's what I'm gonna where Allah Shah go? Allah Shah. Hey! Allah Shah. Come on, bro.
My name is Don Lasha. Welcome again, everybody, to the Parliament. So let's get back to the chase. So July 10th, we have a field trip. We haven't had this trip in a while. So the seat is $30. Anybody occupied seat. Must be a little bit more now. Normally it's 25 and 30. You can see myself was born black. That's a beautiful experience. The guards are there, that family. They do their thing, they set it out. That's a nice event. See me, and we'll take care of it from there. You know, we need to do that immediately if you wish to go. All right? That's how that's going. Right? So let me say this though. Let me ask a question here. Pay. Yeah. Somebody help me out, man. What is your greatest wealth? The greatest wealth is there you go. I know you go. That's right. Here we go. What y'all doing?
The greatest wealth lies in the children.
Okay, all right. You sign in. You can be next. Okay, please. Yeah, all right. He's getting ready to go. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, so the reason why I say that, and I'm gonna conclude on this note, right? A lot of us are leaving here. Record numbers, man. I'm like baffled. Not baffled, that's the wrong word. I'm astounded. Right? And everyone who left, I love them dearly. Right? But the key to maintaining or elevating your condition, right, is maintaining your health. You know? So, when Brian Clinton mentioned once again, right? So he said to me, right, but we're not religious. We're not holy. Right? Being an equal with my now level, that's on you. But the God is correct. So let me say this to you. No, we're not holy. But when that has taken you to such a degree where it interrupted your rent, your daily life, where you chasing that and your level of functioning is decreasing, then you got a problem. Right? That's the problem. Right? So, and I keep reiterating that because some of our family members left as a result of that. I love them dead. I'm not eating burnt bread. But the salvage who we have in front of me, you need to understand what you need to do for you. Now, you got some people, I told some brothers, they doing their thing, I'm not, no problem. But this is the parliament. We all should be in this seat. See? Like me and the guard was building earlier, see, because then usually this is what happens. After everything's clear. And your shot said, what happened? But what they say, you should have been sitting where he was sitting. I'm not telling you can't socialize with your brother. You socialize with your brother. No, don't do that. Let you cry in the bike. Come on, man. Eyes round. You walking, that's something different. You got you. Yeah, so, just be mindful that's my thing here. Because a lot of us are leaving here, man. Every time we turn around, someone's falling out. Someone's leaving us, man. And these are people whom we love dearly. So many people are libraries, carrying knowledge. Listen, another thing, I'm gonna conclude, right? But check this one in. The manifestation of knowledge means to know. Don't be sitting up in this parliament and don't get up here. It's the same people running their mouth. Who are you? Right? Because ain't no problem. I remember Dumont used to pick you right on out. Let's go ahead. Who are you? What you working with? What you dealing with? Don't get automatic stutter and visiting now. You among your family. This ain't church. Peace, God. There ain't nothing else. Peace. My name is Igar. I'm from New Jersey. I'm dealing with this. Peace. So we'll get with you later. You get up here. I went to University Rally. This ain't the holy city of Mecca. This is where we come together as family, though. We're family, and we come together, and I ain't got no problem with the guards over there or whatever, because that's how we break bread. My name ain't Father Joseph. You know, but I'm saying this here, but we're here because there's a determined idea in mind here. Going back to that bill. See? Because Yaku State's said these people on steroids like Divine Prince be telling me. He doing behind the neck. He ain't playing. So you can't play neither. He the true and living devil, you got to be the true and living God. Because he's not playing, and we battling for the minds of the 85%. No disrespect to Ukraine. I live here. This is where I live. See, they messing around, got the gas prices twisted, food and everything else because of that. And listen to this one. Talking about behind the neck. Oh, God, that's right. Look what they do. Damn them. Why? Because you said 40 billion of them. And my people suffering right across the street. So do like we do. We're from the hood. Throw your hands up. Let's go. Let's fight. Help us. Better ask God from over here how to show you what we need to do. But we, as a people, that's what you need to see. That's why he's successful. I didn't build prison houses for my people. You know, if your word ain't your bond, right? True to your head. Bow. Next. But when his people, see, his people were created, what they do, one of the ways to master the original man was to put you in jail. You raised my hand because I was the poster boy for that one.
Bill, God.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I had to come to grips. Mathematics, but I'm not here, this ain't a testimonial, but I'm just saying that we need to come to help. Right? I'm eating differently. Right? Let me start drinking these a little bit more water than these sodas. Yeah, everything is real. You know, you gotta listen what you're consuming, right? The old saying, you know, what are you consuming? How to eat to live. You know, so listen, man, love you, man. Get up here, man, and let people know who you are. Don't never be afraid. The only one that was afraid were those who lacked the knowledge that were forcibly taken from them, and they feared the devil because the devil planted the feelings of a little boy. Why did you fear the devil now as a grown man? Because he told him how to eat the wrong food. What's the wrong food? Well, Christianity and but it was the fear. Because as a grown man, he still remembers the child. You better like me, nigga. Johnny. Huh? Yeah, they get dead. Don't you ever forget that. That's why a good name is better than gold. Hashim, Divine, Sun God. I'm looking at all these righteous names in here. Now, your name, your attribute, characteristically manifests who you are in that name. And the name is Allah. Arm, leg, arm, head. All Allah, He, Allah, all. What's your attribute? I mean, come on, God. My name is God Allah Shah. My attribute is I'm the most high God, born supreme. That's why I speak in the manner in which I do. But I love you, man. You know, listen, man, let me shut my mouth. Now, I won't shut my mouth. Let me let someone else, like maybe the sun God, or the God with the glasses in the back, or even my brother Divine Education, Asiatic spoke, right? Jamel over on the side, my brother. Get up here and make knowledge born, man. On this corner too. Peace, that's right. Don't get up here, man, and the cipher's not complete unless we all adding on anyway. And with that, peace.
Peace, God.
No, he didn't say you. Peace. Peace to the gods in the earth. I come in the name of Lord while I preach love. Today's mathematics is wisdom born. Wisdom born, knowledge, knowledge. Born wisdom. Wisdom is the wise words used to what? Present the knowledge. Make the knowledge born. Understanding. What I got to say today is about us. We the gods of the universe. But there's a lot of us physically falling victim to the devil's civilization. Going back to the essence. Why? Because they're making these diseases, these viruses, attacking the physical composition. And if you're not aware of this, mind over body, then you're going to fall victim. That's what's happening to a lot of us. We ain't studying our degrees to build the understanding to what's happening in this world. Who's running the government? The divine evil. We don't want to, we recognize that, but we think, yeah, okay, they got some blacks up there. We got a black vice president and stuff like this here. They're going to make sure shit is regulated. Now, Cypher, too much of us being damaged. So that's all I got to say. You got to eat well. Watch the foods that you eat. You know what I'm saying? You got to do positive things to keep the physical composition strong. Because if the physical ain't strong, the mind ain't going to be strong either. You got knowledge in all this. We got knowledge of who the true and living God is. We represent that true and living God. That's creative energy right there. You get sick, right? The first thing you're supposed to think about is God, yourself. God's type of divine. That creative energy is going to travel throughout your body. The physical, the energy. That's what we represent. How else are we going to be seen and heard everywhere? The understanding God degree in our knowledge called the complete cycle. Huh? He's not unseen. We not unseen. We seen and heard everywhere. We the all our seeing. But it has to be more than just a physical manifestation. It's our energy, our creative energy. Sound travels what? I'm speaking wisdom right now. I'm making wisdom, I'm making knowledge born. That energy is creative energy. Anytime you speak about the God of the universe, the original man, the original people, all of that is power. The power of the atmosphere, everything. The natural order, Islam. I'm going to say proper education, always correct errors. Peace.
Peace to the gods, earth, and children. I be lost mathematics, and I see today's mathematics being wisdom born, all being born in knowledge now. When I build about mathematics, mathematics is my name. You living your ways and actions, your character, your demeanor, is manifesting mathematics in its high form. It's bringing about morning life. It's not just about talking, it's about living. Every single day, I try to correct something that's been detrimental to me all throughout my life. Every day, I strive to do something, not just for me, but for this nation, for the simple fact, because this is what builds me. Ever since I came home on May 3rd of 2018, I have been doing everything I can possible, you know what I'm saying, to make knowledge born of what this nation is about. Not just freedom, justice, and equality, but love, peace, and happiness exists here. If you live in it, and you manifest it. Peace. Let me get to nation business right quick. We have the education shown proof coming up. On the knowledge cipher there at the law school will be the greeting me.
Hey.
Darkem will be in charge of that. Anybody who wants to add on to the greeting me can see Darkem for that cipher. On the knowledge day, which is supposed to be the cookout, also going to be the block party. Usually the block party is handled on a Sunday. The reason why the block party is not being handled on a Sunday is because NYPD cannot provide a also the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So the cookout and the block party had to be put together all in one day.
Yeah, whatever.
On the Knowledge Wisdom Day, there will be a tour.
Don't matter. I just need some water.
Yes.
There will be activities, there will be entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We will also be having God degree that day too. So for the Knowledge Day, the Knowledge Wisdom Day, even though God, we have God degree. Anybody who wants to bring God degree and add on to that cipher, they can come on and add on to that cipher. Starting next year, January of 2023. That's when we're going to start with the education. We're getting ready for the education show and prove. Taking it upon myself to be able to start that cycle along with other brothers that's with me. Now we're going to start adding on to that cycle to make now one of what's going to take place in January of the education show and prove. Because that's how it's supposed to be. We shouldn't be waiting to the end of April to get everything ready and prepared for the education show and prove. Starting next year, I'm taking it upon myself to add on with the doors I've been building with to make sure that we start preparing and now on about the education show and prove in January of 2023. The Office of Cultural Management. This Wednesday, on the Knowledge Day, we'll be going to Mattawan, which is known as Fishkill today, to educate and train Department of Corrections about the tenets and practices of our way of life. Out of all places, we're going to Mattawan to make this knowledge born. We will be training them to understand what our life is about, because only can be taught by us. Can't get this from social media or Google or Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? Which Docs has been trying to do. Not just here in New York, but in California and other states as well. Even though the Office of Cultural Management, when we first started, you know what I'm saying, was to work here on Region 1 New York, you know what I'm saying, it has fallen upon us now to take care of the whole of our country wilderness of North America. And we would consistently try to add on, you know what I'm saying, to let everybody know what's taking place, because we will be needing some assistance when it comes here to New York and Region 1 alone. God got up and built about stuff being put on social media. I have to build about this. Whether it be 5% newspaper, Universal Parliament, Street Academy, the Nation of Gods and Earth page, whatever you chose to do and manifest anything about this nation. My name is the Laws Mathematics. There's one thing I'm going to do and I'm consistently doing. If anybody who follow me on my pages, anybody who attacks what the Gods and Earths is doing at a law school now, you want to feel rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes from me. Mathematics is so beautiful. First degree, the reason why knowledge is first. It's a reason. If you looking, listening, observing, and you respecting, and you see what's going on at a law school and now, you can see it's different. I don't care about what happened 5 years ago. I don't care about what happened 10 years ago. I don't care what happened 30 years ago. I'm telling you what's going on at law school in Mecca now. Born Justice says it all the time, the build continues. It's building being done right now. It's building being manifested right now. As you knew, the universal flag just got put up, the new universal flag just got put up. All right? A structural engineer came in and said that if anything needs to be done in law school, that back wall needs to be done. That got done. As you know now, the guards up there building now, because this week, the manifestation will be made of us getting that wall done with the universal flag. Then after that, the whole yard is going to be paved. You know what I'm saying, where the business card is. There are things that's going to be manifested, that's going to take place. Everybody had talked about what happened, you know what I'm saying, in 1995, what happened in 2001, what happened in 2010. I'm telling you what's going on now. There's Gods and Earth who's at a law school in Mecca now that's building. Now, you got those on the outside that want to talk about we should do this, we should do that. Let's call it division. That's how denominations are created. That's why Christianity has so many denominations. That's why Islam has so many different denominations.
5% nation of God's earth has no denomination. We are one nation. We are one. We come together as a law. Stop that. Just the other day, somebody put down what the building is worth, everything on social media. Knowing that there's agent provocateurs, you know what I'm saying, flowing through the mist. Just in the Zoom conference a month and a half or 2 months ago, come to find out a Muslim was on there. He said that God invited him here, had to be there. God came on here. He said, I don't even know who you are. Be careful how you sharing this knowledge when it comes to a law school. A lot of people think that we don't own the property. It's really not ours. We shouldn't do nothing to it. That's stagnation, you know what I'm saying? That's causing division, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know what you want to do. I tell anybody, don't go to social media. Anytime I have an idea, I have a vision. You know where I come to? I come to the Gods and Earths Conference goes down to school. This is what I'm thinking about. I don't go to social media and get somebody's opinion who's 700 miles away, 1,000 miles away. So what should be done here in Mecca, where the knowledge of wisdom of this nation started, when the law brought it to us? When it was brought up that we should have people from the board from all over the nation? No. If you're 1,000 miles away, you can't be a part of this board because you don't know what this is a different animal here. If you don't know about Mecca, this is a different animal here. You have to actually cipher. It's a different cipher here. This is the reason why this is the financial capital of the world. This is where all the knowledge comes from. This is why this is the foundation. If you're not a part of this, how can you tell us what direction we should go in? If you live in Arkansas, Oklahoma, you don't know nothing about this.
Exactly.
Stop going to social media. I have addressed those who've been doing it. I'm going to keep addressing you if you keep doing it. If you're not coming to a law school to tell you what your vision is and what your plan is and how you want to market it and how you want to promote it, then stop doing that. We are scientists. We come together and we put together a plan. Put together a plan. Now, as far as the law school project, as you know, in September of 2021, Born Black put out there, he put out there $100 from 100 Gods and Earths. To this date, we only got $5,673. To this date. I told y'all every month, I'm gonna let y'all know where we at. We are still focused on it. We need our own. We don't need to be going to the Department of Education, to these centers, the Alhambra, whoever. Actually, can we use their place and rent their place? We have property that we can put property on and build it on our own. It is ours. Anybody who wants to see the paperwork, need to come, see the board, meet and when they meet, says, listen, what's the science? Is this ours or is it not ours? Can we build it or we cannot build? Stop making assumptions. We are going to build on this property. We're going to build on this property. We're going to make something that is ours. And it's going to be ours forever. We need bigger space. AIT boxing don't have enough room. Allah Shah bring the table of kings in. He's going to be bringing other youth programs in. We need bigger spaces for that. When you want to have honor days, tribute, Earth Appreciation Day, and stuff like that, we need a building for that. We need our own. It don't take much. You can give $5, give $5. If you give 10, give 10. If you give 100, give 100. We need to come together, put together a plan so we have something for our own. Come September, we need a place to have our universal parliaments. That's right. We're going to walk and do what we need to do diligently, meeting with the superintendent of schools. I already told, you know what I'm saying, the guards, one day when we take off work, we're going to see Jemani Williams and them, we'll speak to them, see how they can assist us. When Inez Dinkins was in office, I already wrote to her about it. When Gail Brewer, the Manhattan Borough president, I wrote her about it. We need some assistance. What can you do to help us to be able to get our own? This is what I have done. Me. Every day, I'm striving to build and do something that's going to better this nation in one form or another. For God's and earth that's coming home. Anybody who knows anybody that's coming home, tell them to come see the laws of mathematics. I post stuff all the time, training, classes, jobs that's hiring, and everything. God came to me the other day, I said, go right down the block. Here, matter of fact, I got it on my phone. Here. You got your OSHA certification, go get it. The queen right here, she'll be at Pillars. Sometimes she makes knowledge born, but when they give me the OSHA class, it only costs $5, $50 to get $900 worth of OSHA certification. Once you get your OSHA certification, your DOB, your SST, you get just about any job in New York City. I got mine through Pillars. I posted that too. Soon, the Office of Cultural Management is going to have appointment preparation classes for those looking for a job. Let me tell you something. It's now it's going by something. I'm a 7-time convicted felon. I got no problem walking in front of any employee to get any job that I want. I'm that good. You know why? Because I have some pretty guards who've been part of my appointment prep classes in the interior cipher tell me everything they have used in those classes has worked for them. I strive to live the laws of mathematics every single day. I strive to live it. Live it. I don't care who I'm with, whether I'm with my employer, whether I'm with my mother, if I'm in McDonald's, if I'm in the movie theater, if I'm in the mall, it don't make a difference. I have to carry myself accordingly. Just the other day, a security guard in my building said to me the other day, he said, you know, I knew there was something about you. It just has to be natural now. When you practice living mathematics, some things become natural in your walk and everything. People know from a distance there's something about him and her that's different. The Office of Cultural Management meets the first and third Sunday of every month at the Knowledge Hour. We're calling out to God's earth to be able to come assist us. It's 54 facilities in the state of New York. People start going in, teaching and add it on. It's not just what this nation about to help prepare God's earth for their reintegration into society. Why is that important? Because we talk about the children. Who know the telltale signs to look for in the children except those who fell victim to them? There's things I can tell mothers and fathers and they don't know what to look for in the child. I remember when I was on the bus and I see people on the corner smoking cigarettes and blowing smoke out, I thought that was cool. I wanted to do that because it looked cool. And then I see them laughing and joking all the time, not knowing they're under the influence. Knowing that once you pick up that cigarette, it might turn to marijuana, it might turn to alcohol, it might turn to cocaine, it might turn to crack, it might turn to heroin. We have to let them know what it leads them to. Take them to a subway. Take them behind 42nd Street. Let them see, this is where it leads to. There's too many children out there. Everybody, we all watch the news. We see what's going on in the world today. It's up to us.
Peace. I feel lost mathematics.
Peace. God's nurse. Name's Original Magnetic Black Islam. I don't normally I come to the parliament, but I don't be building quite a bit because I always want to listen so I can pay attention to what they're saying. Because if you're so quick to say something, what's going to be the outcome? You need to really pay attention and listen what's actually being said. I actually noticed a while ago, I always mention about music, because for me, that's spirit. And what I actually mentioned, what I noticed, what it actually said. Temptation tempts the victim for ignorance on a daily basis. You see that all the time, you hear that all the time. It's really gonna be up to you. What are you going to do? You're gonna continue what they're doing? You're gonna continue complaining about it? Or you're gonna actually, I think it was you, God mentioned about that polarity. You don't have to continue to do the same thing over and over again. Also, mathematics mentioned a little while ago. I've been incarcerated quite a few times. And then I actually realized, they told me one time, you seem different. I don't like the fact that I put myself in that situation. There's no need to do that anymore. If you actually want to become a better person, you actually have to start playing games, man. If you don't want to be hurt, why would you want to have somebody to hurt you? It's something to think about, man. There's always some food for thought, man. Peace.
Real quick. All you gotta do is go to your mind. The answer that you're looking for is in your mind. You understand? I heard the God say about apples that you take when you start smoking cigarettes and you start drinking. If you're dealing with supreme intelligence and your mind is constantly building, you won't go through them stumbling blocks, especially if you got somebody in your ear with something positive. So try to stay positive and it'll keep you away from that. Because whatever you decide to do, it has to do with the power that exists in you. You know what I mean? It causes all things to happen. You got to remember that. It said all of the above is caused by the Son of Man. So it depends on what explosive that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with negativity, 9 out of 10, that negativity is going to come back. But everything that comes from the Son turns. Let's take it to mathematics. Mathematics is the only answer and the only solution to the problems of the day. All you got to do is stay in tune with your math. You know what I mean? Smoke cigarettes, you'll learn eventually that they're no good for you. Right? Eventually you're going to learn that it's no good for you. But you have to see that within you. Somebody can tell you 100 times a day how bad it is, but you're not going to realize it until you see it for yourself. That's why I said take a stroll through your mind sometimes. Be surprised at what you might find. Take out your crayon and your coloring books and color these out. You got to walk and talk this. You got to see this in everything you do, everything you say. God has seen and heard everything. For he's the all I what? See. It's all I see. So when you in tune with that, eventually everything will work itself out. Others got different mindsets and they manifest their expressive thoughts the way they see it. But you got to draw it up. That's why I say we take the best part and do what? Serve it for our what? Self. Each one teach what? One. And the duty of a civilized man is to do what? What the duty of a civilized man is to stay civilized. Because if you uncivilized, you can't teach civilization. How you going to teach that you don't know? So you got to stay in tune with your what? Self. Simple as that. You're going to get up here all day and talk about this, that, and the third. But when you see it in your mind, that's when it's going to happen. Like the God said, things are happening at a law school in Mecca. There are. But if you don't never get involved, it's like the lottery. If you don't play, or you you don't get yourself a ticket, how the hell you gonna win? So if somebody else hit the lottery, then goddamn how he hit the lottery? Because he played it. He got a ticket. You can't get mad at him because he hit. He took his money. So you don't never put money in it, how you gonna get something out of it? Brothers gotta come together. We got money, like the guy said, it's a damn shame that through that collection that they took, only $5,000 is in that collection all that years, months, and days that was going on, and everybody know that we need a place to have a parliament. We know that we got to deal with the elements. We know that we the true and living God, but ain't nobody want to sit out here and get fucking wet. Ain't nobody want snow on them. Nobody want to feel the elements of the cold. You know what I mean? Come on. So he shouldn't have to get up here and say that constantly. You should already know that. Act like you get a bag of weed. You ain't got no money, you probably pulling out no money when it comes time to get nice. Damn, I can say right now.
Try to get it cold as possible outside.
Come on, man, act like it's that. That's how
The
important
world
it
would
is.
love to hear that.
It's like you could take $5 to $10. Get that man, $5 to $10. I'm giving it to Flintstone there. It's like $20 is better now. And then they legalized it because the devil wanted to get money from it. Everything he do,
That's all I want, that face.
he's filthy in all of them.
Thank you, Lord. I
You know
appreciate
that.
it.
So don't get up here and act like,
Supreme
why is he
quality.
doing that?
Thank you.
Why is he doing this? Why the devil? You know. Because understanding culture tell you you can't reform it. So when you understand your culture, who you see? Who you see? God, in the essence of his what? Self. Understand who you are. Understand why and what is your purpose of being. Not just be a mouth. You got a lot of them. A lot of good talkers.
I get through.
Yeah.
How many do it?
Thank you.
I just
Face.
add on to the God, you know what I mean? I spoke before, you understand? But that thought was going through my mind as the God was building. And as you get older, you got to release them thoughts because you start to get, ain't no lie. That's why you got to renew your history, all that. Because when you get up in them degrees, that mind start going, damn, what was that? I was talking to something 5 minutes ago. What was it? Then it'll take you a couple of hours before you can come back. Oh shit, I got it. But now, you done left the site. I would forgot what that's what it happened. It happened. I mean, a lot of us are getting up there in degrees. Getting up there in degrees. We gotta take care of ourselves, man. That's important. Take care of your body. Because you ain't got nothing to express this, and that vehicle leave, what they call solar energy. That's why I said, the earth weight, I'm gonna drop this one. The earth weight, 6 trillion tons. A unit followed by 21 cycles. So tell us how you would go about lifting the earth. I asked the brother that question. He looked at me. He's like, damn, God, that's mathematically impossible. But he didn't go into the science of by decomposing the elements, by changing from a solid to a liquid, and then it becomes gas. Because what? Solar energy.
I will be gone, man. Anyway, peace. Just not care. Peace. I'm not gonna check the wrong, right from wrong, you know right from wrong. The children from children, something here. There was a number going around for a separation of the game. Stand 6 feet away. You know, stay in your house. All that. You know, it's time for us to come together. On June 17th, 18th, and 19th, we're going back to Niagara Falls. Last year, it was a good time to become all right. We had a good time up there with the Niagara Falls Museum. looking on his page, the information. Now, it's 3 days, 2 nights we're gonna have the Holiday Inn for $137. For 2 nights at the Holiday Inn, double occupancy, which is cheap. To get up there, Amtrak is $112. So if you get somebody to go down with you in the room and you pay your car fare on the Amtrak, and less than $20 eventually for you to visit. Now, I employ people who have cars to help other people who don't have rides, and they'll share the cost of toll and gas to get up there and back. Now the science is though, we having a Zoom on Friday the 3rd, June 3rd. So tell everybody interested to be on that Zoom. If you're looking for a ride, you might get a ride there. Looking for somebody to share a room, you might get there because, you know, like I said, we've been separated so much, but the good thing that social media has been used is where we can come together and not for dollars. You know what I'm saying? You know, with us creators, I'm saying Millersville, where we live on is about adding on. You know? This is something we have to do more. This coming together for a barbecue and dancing around. You know, all that's good coming together. A whole lot of things happen. A whole lot of people each other, create different cause, fan the actions, and all that's good. You know? This is something for a lot of people. If we travel within our state, we're going to take 8 hours on the train. 6-7 hours on the plane. You can make it down to 58 in that time. North Carolina in that time. So we in our home state. So don't let the distance happen from going up there and having a good time. Meeting your brothers and sisters from up there. You know, who don't see. This opportunity to see people that we rarely see. You might see them once a year and show them food. You know, that's what you might see outside your area. Even though New York is a different region. You know, it's region 6 up there. But a lot of people from Canada, Buffalo, near there, Rochester, near there. You know, all upstate stuff, Albany, Syracuse. And I know this is going to be on social media, so therefore people up there, they'll come there to help the energy be great. For us to come together, we create energy. We used to laugh about, you know, we draw energy. You know, you don't tell them what can be drawn behind different people coming together with common causes, but you don't know the person because you ain't been around the person because we've been separated. You know what I'm saying? The first part of it together was what? Separation. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to come together, have a good time that day. Remember, it's on Divine Prince page and the Ronald Douglas now. He's gonna put it on the school's website, which is online, allow you center. Y'all should know, I don't know it that good. But it's gonna be on that site too. You know, the Zoom is out. So y'all come on Friday, the 3rd, at God hour. Now, we're not gonna be here that long. You'll have two times we're gonna be there, 45 minutes. So till like 20 after 8. It won't be, so don't come in at 9 o'clock trying to catch the Zoom, because it's going to be over. They don't come up at the time when it's going to be on the time of the people for the Zoom. We only got 2 spots there of 45 minutes, so that's 90 minutes. It should be enough. If you're really interested, be there, be on time. Peace.
Peace is God's word. Justice University, God's love for the land of Alaska, which is Mount Vernon. Today's mathematics is wisdom born, knowledge, wisdom. That wisdom, as we know and understand, is God's words that's manifested in one's knowledge. Wisdom also is the way of God's words.
Peace.
All things bring life to
Right.
I've been home twice.
hear you, kid. Hear you.
Knowledge. Speak a little louder because God said you can't hear you. Knowledge.
He's speaking to himself.
Exactly, bro.
Born black.
Still can't hear him.
Knowledge means no. Yeah, that's what found. I got to talk up. God said you can't hear me.
It ain't nothing you said that the camera caught.
My bad, God.
Now you knew what you was doing. Start talking sweet talk.
Alright, peace, God. Knowledge, which is being born is knowledge. Knowledge, born in wisdom, God itself. Knowledge is the know. That's the foundation of all things in existence. You know what I'm saying? And all being born to wisdom, back to wisdom. Wisdom, as we know and understand, is actually the second degree of life, which is manifested through one's knowledge. And I'm going to say peace. Peace, family, peace. Peace to the garden, peace to the earth, peace to the babies. That's what I'm dealing with, the babies. Today's mathematical born, dealing with knowledge. Now we're gonna go straight to the wisdom. I'm gonna deal with my wisdom to y'all from this family. I know y'all know, but y'all don't really know me. Until you deal with me and deal with me. You don't deal with the babies, you probably wouldn't know me. Am I okay with that? Because right now, I love working with the babies, but as this nation has seen, I'm not doing as much as I could be doing because of the shutout. You know what a shutout is? When you are able to do certain things and you don't be wanting until they need you. But you know what need is every day. I know what I need every day. I need to be doing my part of this nation, and I do. I truly do. But the truth is matters that if we want to work as a family and we have the tools, the tools should be in the front line. And I mean, realistic, a lot of stories have been said about earthly Jews, but 99% of it is not right and exact. And I have to say that because I got a lot to defend, but I got a lot of work to do and got to continue to do. But when you get a lot of negativity against the positive, it hurts. I'm going to be real. It doesn't bother me as much because a build is built, and everybody got their face filled in some kind of way. All I want to let y'all know is that earthly Jews is a builder, and the fiction of it, I don't take nothing without making it now it's born, and it's being worked on. Every year something greater happens in this nation towards me because it's greater. Every year, we've been in parade 15 years in Harlem, 15 entire years. We never had a float. We never had them. Every year the numbers went down, down, down. And then I got nominated this year. It's a beautiful thing to be a Grand Marshal in a Juneteenth parade. Grand Marshal is an honor for me, but I've never been a Grand Marshal anyway. So if y'all understand what a Grand Marshal is, that's the person who highlights the parade, starts it off. That's who I am today. That's who I will be next month. And so I'm just saying, as much as we want it, we got a flow coming now, and people donating for it because I think we deserve it. It's not about the 22-point team, it's about the 5% nation of God's earth. But the 22-point team is part of the 5% nation of God's earth. Because you got to create your own programs in order to make it successful. They have a lot of programs in here, but when you put the banner up, once you see that universal flag in it, it doesn't matter who's doing it. It matters that it's being done. If you don't believe in a person, you don't have to follow because you don't want to follow. We leaders. I lead. And I just want to say, continue on doing what I do. We will be in the parade on June 18th. And it starts up here on 116th Street. Where the 5% nation of God, the earth will be, and who the people in the community will help me, help them, we helping each other. But we do have the banner. The banner will be there with our Father on it because see, I come for 5% before I come to anything else. I work in the community, but this is who I am, a 5%. I've died for this nation, and I'll live for this nation because I've been here. But you don't want to hear that part? I'm just saying about how I work hard, and I want you to know, anybody want to add on, we will be here on June the 18th in the Juneteenth parade. Like I said, everything else is what it is. Peace, family.
Peace. Before the next speaker speaks, I wanted to make this announcement during Nation's Business. For any of you that need work, right? Work entails some training, right? I was in front of a law school yesterday, and the sister came and gave me this flyer from an organization called Bronx Connect. They have free certifications and training, right? OSHA 30 and SST, whatever, that flaggers and scaffolds, basic professional driving, CDL training, basic electrical wiring, locksmith certificate, basic plumbing, online course, security classes, GED classes, peer recovery, paid internship, must be 18 years or older, with a past judgment, not having been involved in criminal justice since 5 years, right? There's a few of them. Some of us have, well, I know I got it. I got grandchildren that are now 18, 19, and they're looking for something to do. Some of us have grandchildren. Some of us need to get trained ourselves to get some work, right? I have a few flyers here. If you're interested, come on, get the flyer, pass it on, right? Because this is what we do here, man. You know, we don't hold it down and think for ourselves. When I get some credible information, I love giving it to people. And it doesn't matter what you do with it or not. I gave it to you. I did my part. All of us here play a part, have a role to play. But once again, the organization is Bronx Connect, and they do have training and preparation for you to get a job. Good job. All right, peace, God.
Peace, God. Peace, God. My name is Father Divine Allah. I'm from Pelon.
Peace, man.
I'm not the Father Divine from Medina.
We know that.
All praises due to Allah. He passed away 2 years ago. Some of the people in the family know me as the Father Divine from Claremont Projects. I used to teach martial arts, 3685 3rd Avenue. I wish I was here during the time when the Father was walking the planet Earth, because Allah was a great man. He walked during the time when there was a lot of civil rights things going on. We didn't even have a chance yet to vote. Jim Crow was going on. A lot of people know about Emmett Till and Christopher Brown, the Board of Education versus Brown versus the Board of Education. There was a lot of different things that was going on when the Father was here. I too am not much of a big talker. You know, I'd rather just sit back and listen, but at no point in time have I ever really came up here and spoke. You know? So I just wanted to make knowledge born of who I am, and I'm going to say peace to the family. Understanding.
Where's Shabon?
Understanding.
I'm going to continue on right there. Peace, God.
How y'all feeling?
Great.
So why peace sound like that? Peace. Alright. I want y'all alive. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all alive because I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. You all know who I am. For those that don't know, I come from the divine name is Father Shalborn, the son of great man of law from Medina. Got the knowledge from Master Marsha Allah, who got it from Law Fourth Son, Yahura. And today is wisdom born. All being born, the knowledge that is cipher. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm about to do. First thing, you know what I'm saying?
Knowledge, God.
Peace, God. First thing, God, you know what I'm saying? First thing is this, right? It's been a lot of little internal gripes and beefs with each other in this nation. We're not about that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like your sister, you don't like your brother, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to like them to still come for one common cause. You don't have to eat with this God or eat with this earth to like them, you know what I'm saying? We still trying to go forward. We trying to build. Build is build. You see what I'm saying? Build is build. You know, you got these internets and things of that nature, people just getting up on the internet, putting stuff up there, have no clue of what's going on in Mecca, you know what I'm saying? What the gods is doing building the Mecca. Because I'm one of them that's always building the Mecca, you know what I'm saying? Adding on and stuff like that. I don't want it to get misconstrued or you to get confused about it, you know what I'm saying? This is one nation, one God, whose proper name is what? Allah. This is not no division. This is not the Pelon Council. This is not Medina. This is not the Queen's crew. This is one nation under God. And when you're able to understand that, then we can go forward. You know what I'm saying? We can't go forward with stagnation and people, you know, saying little things and you know, just getting in the way. If you're in the way, keep it moving. Because we will run you from amongst them. Straight like that, I'm letting you know. You will get ran from amongst them. You know, if we don't teach, and we don't teach, none of them isn't. You know, because, you know, I hear all kinds of different things, you know. God called me the other day, asked me, God, yo, we the God body? I said, hell no. What the hell is a God body? What the hell is a God body? I'm all though. I got the arm, leg, arm, thus the supreme head. That's me. You know what I'm saying? You just simply deal with the mathematics and you'll see and understand. If you take the word God through mathematics, what it's going to give you? That's our language. That's our universal language. Build or destroy, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? So, do Allah go and build and destroy? That's for a reason. It's not just like that. See, Allah was magnificent, extraordinary. When he came up with this universal language, he understood. You know what I'm saying? He really understood. Wow. I know all this, but they got to come and learn what I'm teaching. You see what I'm saying? And he went to the young for a reason. See, because the young have a fresh mind. You understand what I'm saying? When you're young, you got a fresh mind. When you get the knowledge of God, you should be on your way. Straight like that. You don't believe me? Look at the history. Almost all of them, besides God Supreme and Sahim from Medina, was like 17, 16, and stuff like that. Them two gods was the youngest, 12. He right there, ask him. Ask him. At the time, his name was Young God. Ask him. Anything I tell y'all, I don't get up here and just say anything. Anything I say to you, I guarantee you, 99.9% is right and exact. Put my life on that. But you gotta understand, we gotta get back to love. Loving each other. Just coming here going, peace God, peace Queen. How many years you been doing that to each other? Do you know my sister daughter right there? You talking about you in this nation. Do you know my sister daughter right there? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Do you know this God where he live at? Do you know if this God is sick? Do you check on your brothers and stuff like that? Our brothers and sisters going home. You got to start checking. You know what I'm saying? You got to start being your brother people. Brotherhood. That's what we lost. We lost our way. There is no brotherhood. And no disrespect to my sisters, because at the time of brotherhood I'm talking about was the early years of history. Early years of history, there wasn't no herbs around. You know what I'm saying? Them gods had brotherhood. Even in my era, we had brotherhood. If that God ain't have money and that God ain't have money, and we all were together, we ate together. Straight like that. That's an actual fact. We ate together. You know what I'm saying? We made sure that this God would eat. We made sure that that God would eat. So all this stuff about I ain't feeling with that God, I don't like that. And all this stuff like that, it's fine. You don't gotta like him. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like him. But still, we need to go forward. Think about what I'm saying. A generation is what? I'll take the answer from anybody. What is a generation?
20 years.
All right, 20, 30 years, right? Exactly. All right, now, think about it. Look, God, think about it. My physical degree is power understanding. Now, under me, what do we have? Look around you. Where are the babies? Look around you. You know what that tells me? We're not doing what? We're not teaching. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching. There was a time when I was like 13 or 14. I used to come to Medina. I used to come to Mecca. You know what I'm saying? And we were told you had to bring somebody with you. You know what I'm saying? That don't happen no more. We just come there ourselves. So how you gonna tell me you the piece with the magnetic in it? If you can't still draw these people up and attract them to you. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. You have to be able to do that, and you have to understand and know, you know what I'm saying, how to do that. It's not easy to teach. It's not. You don't believe me? Try it. Go out there and try it. And your duty is amongst who? The uncivilized. Your job is to do what? Teach all the human families of the planet Earth. All. When I say all. Even the culture. If you don't know, that's the devil or the porpoise. Alright? That's right. The devil or the porpoise. Teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do that, man. You really have to do that, because if not, you're going to what? You're going to die. You got to keep teaching. You're going to die. That's when you lose your power. Can't nobody take your power from you. Can't nobody tell you you're not the God. Can't nobody tell you you're not the earth. You know what I'm saying? Only you can disqualify what? Yourself. That's it. You know? Now, another thing I want to tell y'all, we're a mighty nation that's supreme. You know, y'all might have heard this before, because the firstborn from Medina, Brown C. Shasha, he mentioned it, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Every time we throw an event, every time we're trying to do something, we shouldn't have to get on Facebook. I shouldn't have to send out a text and tell brothers, yo, add on this and that, or whatever. We shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're in the victory. You know what I'm saying? We're in the true victory yet. You see what I'm saying? We like the only nation that don't have economics. Let's say it again. We like the only nation that don't have economics backing us. You need to understand that. We don't have no economics backing us. Right now, if it was a natural disaster or something like that happened, and let's just say 60% of y'all in here didn't have no means of food, shelter, or clothing, or anything like that, we don't even have safe haven. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have, Allah used to have down in the basement. Again, our Supreme right there ask them, cans and stuff like that for people who's hungry and things like that. So, where I'm going with this, I just want y'all to think about it. When I present something, I'd rather present it here, where it should be presented. I have a determined idea, myself and a few other brothers, that when it comes time, each member of this nation, we plan to make a member fee for $10 so we can always have something. $10, just $10. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Your little vices, whatever you do, I don't care if you smoke equality, drink liquor, and do all kinds of other stuff, that's fine. But when it comes to this nation, come on, this is our nation, a nation supreme. A brother shouldn't have to call me and tell me, yo, God, I'm fucked up. Pardon my language, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucked up. Yo, can I get such and such, such and such? Can I get such and such, such and such? Nah, I'll give it to you, but you gotta show and prove to me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show and prove to me. Yeah, you know? That's the determined idea, God. See, because like that, we won't have to beg, ask for a contribution. Nobody. Nobody. I don't know if y'all know. Last year's show and prove, and I never glorify myself. If you notice, I do a lot of things. My brothers put all the stuff up that I do. You know what I'm saying? My brother put all the stuff up that I do. I never glorify or praise myself, like I said, because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? The proof is what? In the pudding. The law. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to be there to see a law. You know why? Because when I look around at those who show and prove through their ways and actions and characteristics, that's the law right there. You carry yourself, because the Father and Son is one and the same. Prove me wrong. Anybody. What's up? Word up. The Father and Son is one and the same. I stand perpendicular on my square, regardless of what. Like I was saying, you know, last year show and prove, that happened because of me and Black Son. You know what I'm saying? That happened. Yeah, a lot of people is not fond of my brother. I mean, that's fine. Like I said, you don't have to be fond of him, but you can build with a person. And we made it happen. That was the 50th annual. Brothers was telling us, don't do it. The reason why we did it, because this is part of our legacy. Come on, man. This is our legacy. Allah can't die. We ain't gonna let him die. This is Allah's legacy. This is our legacy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't asked nobody nothing. We ain't asked nobody for nothing. We came out of our pocket. Like, literally came out of our pocket. Kids went to the movies, all that on us. You know what I'm saying? On us. You know, and a few other guards. Look, hold on, guard. I ain't finished building. On us. It's other guards that added on. I'm not saying we did the whole thing, but we put it together. I know where you was going, guard. You one of the ones that gave us some money. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, we. You know what I'm saying? We. Yeah, you know? We. So just to say that. Yeah, God. Now, like I said, yeah. Born Black, he gave us something. But I'm saying the whole meeting.
The nation.
Yeah. We. $500.
Gave it up.
That's right, God.
All right, the nation gave us $500. However, God, when food was ran out and everything, that's what I'm talking about. The nation gave y'all $500. I put up $1,700. Black Son put up almost $3 grand. See, I don't glorify. I ain't even want to go into all that because it don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? And again, we got another event this year, a little different, the block party. Now that event is a little more, you know, costing. So that's why I sent the text to certain brothers. Some of y'all sitting out here don't know. And I asked God, you love this? You about this? You know, guards that want to add on, we looking for you. If you can, because I know some of you can, give up $120 each guard for the cause. Because it's going to be a lot of activities. I don't know if y'all know, it's supposed to be a double dutch contest, basketball contest, of course the guard on the bar, you know I'm doing that, giving out the trophies and stuff again. You know I gotta do that. Chess match, a few performances, and again, they go into the movies and stuff again on Sunday and things of that nature. So, you know, right now, anybody that can, whatever you want to give us, it ain't gotta be $120, but whatever you have for that cause, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. And they having a cookout too. I ain't gonna forget that. The guards are having a cookout and stuff. You know, I heard other stuff too, you know, about some place that my sister Urkel Jews supposed to try to get or something like that, but I don't really know about that. She's right there, y'all can ask her about that. And see, like I said, I'm not gonna leave nothing or no one out. Things that I know of, I'm gonna bring it to the nation. This is what you're supposed to do. You don't go and try to do something yourself, and then when you do it, and it don't come out right, now you want to call everybody. No, you come and you bring it to the nation so everybody can understand where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm going to say peace. Love you.
Peace, God. You know what? Because he said earthly Jews and it's showing proof, I had to add on to that.
Add on.
Right when he's at. What happened, I can fix that really fast because I was called to help find a location for the show and prove. And I did. I did do what I was asked because I was asked by 5 people before I said yes. Because last year I got played with the same thing of when you work, you could be a consultant, you could be an actual 5%. I'm a 5%. But let me be realistic. When you work, you get paid to work. Don't people get paid to work? According to the table. Not always that. But see, when you tell a person you agree to disagree and you're in charge, then it changes the whole scenario because we don't play the game of playing games. You say you're going to do what you say you're going to do, you don't do it. So I got the Kennedy Center for $1,600. That was asked by a lot of justices, one justice and Colleen, and everybody said, I don't want to hear about Colleen, but it is what it is. Family member asked me. So I did. I did do that. So the Kennedy Center was a location we could have everything going on, vendors outside, an auditorium, all of that. But I was told because I'm a consultant on certain things I do, which I work hard to get things and make waves, they didn't want to pay me. It was okay. But the same thing was that he didn't want to rent the center either because it was $1,600. We could have had an inside show and proof. So whatever the story is about earthly Jews, no, I was asked and I was told by one justice, they didn't want to know what, they didn't want to pay the $16, no, they want to give you a consultant's fee. It's okay. Because that's who they are. I just did what I was asked. So because it's not going to be there, thanks to the board, they said no, they don't want to pay for it. And the guy from Jersey said he'll pay for it. But it's already too late because they said it's over, we lost the contract. Because they didn't want to pay for it, so we got to decide. So it's nothing earthly Jews did wrong. I did what I was supposed to do, I was asked. So it wasn't earthly Jews doing her thing, it was I was asked to do it, find a location, I did find a location. So no, I wasn't trying to do my own thing, but I do my own thing with or without the nation because I do. This is a show that I'm talking about. And it was asked, so I did my part. So no, we don't have an inside. So earthly Jews is not trying to do anything different. I was doing what I asked once they said they didn't want to pay, it was canceled. The thought is canceled. So it was only $1,600, but you could throw in $400 for the worker, but I should have been working. Everybody could work together. They didn't want to work together. They want to push me to the side, like I just said earlier. And we don't have nothing, so it wasn't me. Peace. They didn't want to pay the money.
Peace. Let me clear something up.
Please do.
Number one, when we do the show and prove, we plan it.
Yes.
We don't hit it. Okay, next month the show and prove. Let's do this, let's do that. We don't have a show and prove committee because of the fact that we couldn't get a location. That's number one. Location, Colleen called and put the call out, put it on Facebook. He called the Earth, he called me and asked me to talk to the Earth to get a location for a spot. Okay. I had a word with her on a Saturday after school.
She called me 3 days later, said she found a location. It's going to cost $2,000. $1,500 for the $1,500 for the location, $100 for the insurance, $400 to her. I didn't get that from her. I got it from somebody else who she was building with, who called me and explained it to me that we had to spend $2,000 to get an event, to have it inside. I presented it to the commission, the Gods and Earth that's building in the nation, which is like 25 of us, and they all said the same thing. No, short notice, we may not make the investment on our money on the return. If you put up $2,000, you got to get $2,000 back to replace the money that you took from. Not to spend $2,000 and then you only make maybe you might get back 200. That's not mathematical equation adding up. You don't know how much you're going to get back because it wasn't planned properly. Now, if you're talking about trying to do something for next year, then we can get a show and food committee for next year. Then we got time to work on the location. Then we got time to get people and children to add on, to sign up, science fair, and various things of that nature. Not to do it in a short notice. Now, I was not the one that said no. I asked the Gods and Earth on the commission, on the board, and they said no. And I came back, got in touch with the Earth, and I told her. That's how that went down. I'm Lord Born Justice. Peace.
Hey, but to add on to that cycle, anybody want to find a place for any event, you're doing it because you love this nation. Not that we have to pay.
Well, you're not paying me, but you have to add on another because
I'm going to say like it is.
But you're making it wrong.
If you love this nation, love this nation. I don't charge consultant fees for what I do. I do a lot.
Everybody's different.
I do a lot. I'm doing work here all the way to California. I don't charge one thing. The guard Jamel, who found Parliament for us in Pelon, he didn't charge nothing. He did it because he loved this nation.
25 years I've
That was the reason why. That was the main reason why. I just have to make knowledge for it.
Please, before the next one speaks, I just want to say something. I hope my voice is loud enough so everybody here inside can hear me. I'm on the back. And let me begin by saying I love you all.
Love you too, girl.
I love you all. And I'm certain that you love this nation. I'll be 71 in age in the next month. Right? And like I said before, I've seen this nation progress to the point of where we're at now. So the most intelligent people anyone can be. All right? Sometimes we get a little iffy with one another. What relays the fact is that the Divine Prince is engaged in knowing what is coming upon us in this land. Not only in New York City, not only in Buffalo, but there's some things coming down the pipe by the same people, the same children of Yakub that want to take us out of here. If you have noticed the direction that this city is going in, you're looking at a total police state in just a little while. Civil liberties were suspended with the coming of COVID-19, and that is suspicious in nature because they made something that was a relatively simple case of flu, something that they impoverished damn near the whole world. Many of us lost jobs. Our children could no longer go to college. The rent is sky high. There are, at this very moment, well over 250,000 children that are in shelters in New York City. And I said before, their great plan to educate those children during COVID-19 pandemic, it didn't pay out. It didn't pay out. If anybody's ever had this shelter experience in New York City, you will know what I'm talking about. It's in chaos. The only plan they had was to disrupt you. But the 5%, we knew that this day would be coming, so what is our plan? Why are these devils so successful in all their undertakings? And like you don't matter. They're still building these high-rises. They're still overcharging you for food, overcharging you for clothing, overcharging you because you do not have your own. And I want to tell you something. I can well remember back in the 60s and the 70s when black men had businesses in New York City. It's been a long time since I've seen a black business owner in our community. They may come from somewhere else, but not like us. And the fact is, it's the same old thing over again. If he was, you would not even support him. You wouldn't support him because there's a sickness in our people that has to be dealt with before we can envision anything great. We are great. Teaching, writing, employing, getting people together, doing away with the game. It seems like the chaos is caused, man, by a force, man, that we have little knowledge of. But there are some of us that do know and have knowledge of what's ahead. And I'm here to tell you today, because some of us, man, are in the third quarter. We're not going to be here much longer in comparison to somebody that's coming in 17, 18, 19, and the God was right. Where are the babies? Where are the babies? Where I got now, I was 21 years old. Where I got now, of this culture, and knowledge of a thing. But you know, the surprising thing is, I have yet to see the 13, 14, 15-year-olds that were out there teaching when I came through. What happened? What happened? Our knowledge reigns supreme. Our knowledge is strong. We got guards that are coming home from the penal that are ready for war. This culture did not begin in prison. This culture began with one man seeing the need to tell the truth. The only one that told our people what the truth was Allah. Everybody knows led you in the wrong direction to support their agenda. We used to call them poverty pimpers. Well, guess what? They're showing their heads right now. They're showing their heads right now. And I think about what's going to be the future for my grandchildren. I have 7 of them. How many of you grandchildren y'all got? What future are we setting secure for our children? Seeing it all can begin right here, right now, at that school. Let's build up ours. What's ours? This is why we came with the idea to build a building our own on our ground. And yes, it's a little disheartening that we haven't even made the $6,000 mark. But you know something? We are determined to see it happen if we have to use other people's money. I come from the school of OPM, but yet I'm not criminal-minded today. Because I know, man, there's a consequence for everything that you do. And I'm telling you something, I'm not looking forward, man, to going to prison at 71 years old. I'm clear-headed, clear-thinking, and giving right direction, right guidance. Grateful, man, that we have such a beautiful attendance today. Grateful that some guards I ain't seen in a while, I'm seeing them today. Peace, dog. Right? Saw them all. Peace. How long you been home, dog? 2005. That's right. We're coming home. And they're looking, man, for us to have something for them to do. Not just to come out of prison and have to go to a shelter somewhere, but to build a structure, man, where they can have supportive housing until they get to the summer, to reconnect them with their families, to reconnect them, man, with something that will make them, man, productive members of this society. Because as far as I know, our main purpose in this, man, is to make the country strong. Make it strong. That's our ability. You know, if you say you God, man, that means you adding on every day. You're already in motion. Nobody got to tell you what to do. You know what to do. No matter how much book education you got, because I'll tell you something, there are men on this planet that never picked up a book and are making movers and shakers on this planet. This is what I want for you, God. I don't mean to touch your wisdom, but I just got to say, family, come on, one mind, one intention. To make it, man, because there's a show and proof this week, but there's a show and proof every day. Every day we show and proof. Thank you, God.
I'm waiting for a minute, God. You got to step in line, God.
Hey. For those who don't know me, which most of you do, my name is Born Black. I can't hear you. For those who don't know me, And like I said, most of you do, my name is Born Black.
Peace.
I'm a brother that's been in this nation since 1972. A lot of people here ain't been in this nation that long. In the course of being in this nation, I went through my cycle. Because if you don't go through anything, you can't show and prove anything. So you're going to have to go through some cycles. We're going through a cycle right now as a nation where we need our own. So I came up with an idea of 100 for 100, meaning that everybody that's about building would put in $100 and we would take that $100 and put it all together and we would put something out in our yard right next to our school where we don't have to ask, could we use Harriet Tubman or could we use anything? We have our own. And I don't understand if you're a builder and not a talker, but some people actually think that building means to talk. Building does not mean to talk. Building means to add on to what's here, what the Father left. Because everything we got it from the Father. We haven't got nothing of our own that we did. We haven't built nothing. Nothing. With all this knowledge that you say you have. I'm the supreme being. I know 120 degrees. I can tell you how far the sun is from the earth. I can tell you all that. But when it comes down to actually building something, we can't do that. For some reason, we can't give up that $100. But if somebody comes and says, let's go get some understanding, which we call understanding cocaine, or let's go get some equality, which we say is weed, we can do that. We can do that. One of my sayings is, builders always right.
Yeah.
All right. So if you say you're building, or you're a builder, then you should be building. I be at the school every day. Every single day I be at the school. Every day. I don't see all of y'all come through that school. Only time I actually see some of y'all is at a parliament or at a festival or something like that. I don't see y'all come there and say, what are you doing? How can I help? What can I do? You about this nation, there should be something that you could do. If it ain't no more than sweep a floor. It's your school. It's your nation. You got to be adding on to this nation and not just talk. I get tired of hearing my brothers talk about Musa and Yakub. I get tired of hearing about that because they did what they were supposed to do. Now we got to do what we're supposed to do, and that's build. Really build, not run your mouth. I heard somebody said that this was a decent turnout. This ain't no damn decent turnout. This ain't nothing compared to the way we used to have our parliaments. Nothing. You know why? You know why it ain't nothing? You know why we ain't getting nothing and people ain't coming? Because we ain't doing nothing. What the fuck, excuse my language, the fuck are we doing? Let's be real. What? I'm open. Somebody raise their hand. Tell me what we doing. That's what I thought. The reason why you ain't gonna get no hands raised, because you ain't doing nothing. How you adding on to the nation? How? What have you done for the nation in the last month? Or the last 6 months for that matter? What? How many of y'all gave us that $100? How many? Huh?
might give him a little more
Yeah,
today.
Crispy right. Crispy gave him 200. You know why? Because he's a builder. He wanted to see something. I gave him my $100 because I want to see something too. That's right. And I want everybody else that's here and that's not here, that say they're about this station, to give up that damn $100.
Come on, God, tell it to him.
Give it up. You spend it anyway. So what's the problem? You say you God, you say you're supreme being. Supreme being. Ain't nobody greater than you. But you can't give up $100. You got it. And if you don't got it, you can get it. That's the problem. I want to say one more thing before I end. As the God was saying about them dealing with that show and prove last year, they didn't do it by themselves. We all had it on. And that's all I got to say.
Hey.
Builders, build.
That's right, God.
Peace.
Hey.
Peace. The viewing for Jamaica is going to be on the Knowledge Day, same day as the cookout block party, from 3 to 4. And then they're going to have the service from 4 to 5 on 8th Avenue between 126th and 127th Street. Peace.
Hey.
Yes.
Peace to the nation. Peace to the nation.
Peace.
God. I try to put the divine name of promoting to Allah. I see today's reality. I think we're born.
Speak up, man.
Speak up, huh?
Man, speak like you got the authority.
I see today's reality. I acknowledge, all being born to knowledge cipher. I just came home. Knowledge, pardon me.
Take your time, man.
Take your time. We're your brothers. They ain't gonna bite your head off. Not yet.
I just came home not too long ago. I got knowledge born. I made knowledge born up north. Wisdom. Equality-ism. So I taught 7 years in jail. I ain't gonna lie. I love this nation. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I want to shout out to all the dogs, the herbs. I respect y'all. I continue and want to continue to learn more, build, and add on. I just got to get more tuned. What's going on? I'm saying? I make knowledge one every day everywhere I go. You know I'm a young dog, you know I'm a kid. I make all going on. I'm about to have a baby, a newborn. I want the other see it, introduce it to what I'm into. So what's going on? Young kids, young friends, gotta do this the right way. So, man, I want to stay longer, but I gotta go. But I just had to make knowledge born. And I plan to get in tune with each one of y'all. On the better term, the bill.
Stand tuned.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get your number. I'm gonna get everybody.
That's peace, God.
Peace, though. Blessings.
Hey.
Peace. I'm not used to that. 1 second.
Peace.
Alright, I just want to make an announcement. Bathrooms are going to be staying open till 6:30 today. I informed the boss that we have an event. It's going to close the bathrooms. They're going to let them stay open. The females' bathroom is around the other side. And it will be safe to go in there for all the women. I will escort any woman to make sure that no men go in there, because we know the activity that goes on over there. So, it's all good. I just want to let y'all know that the bathrooms will be open till 6:30. After 6:30, I don't know, but they will be open till 6:30. Peace.
Peace to the nation, the gods and earths. I like that. That's peace. Peace is an action of the future, actually. My name is Adonai Swore-to-Allah. Most know me as Lord Swore-to-Allah. I'm from Medina, but of course y'all know I'm down there in Victory of Law. That's Virginia for those that don't know. We holding it down in New Harvest. Last month, we was
was out there enforcing, you know, spreading the foundation, teaching the science of God. We gotta teach. We have to teach. Because if we don't teach, then we're gonna be destroyed. I'll say that again. If we don't teach, we will be destroyed. Because your wisdom, which is your direct manifestation of your knowledge, will not mean nothing. Why? Because your ways and your actions are not born. Not knowledge. They're not bonded. So when you do stuff other than yourself, people not gonna listen to you. If you out here acting like a goddamn fool, talking about you God, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. Because your wisdom is not born. We must born our wisdom constantly every day. See, wisdom is the way. When we look at wisdom, we use that as our experiences, the things we go through. And when I speak on the things I go through, I can only say what I go through. I can't speak on the next man's issue. You know, I look at our lessons and I say, throughout 120, you got Yaqub, you got Master Farad Muhammad. Who else you got? You got Musa, Elijah. Who else you got? Jesus, Ali, Muhammad, all these guys. They all had a mission. That's where I'm going. Father-in-law walked amongst some brothers here today. Watch the God build this nation. I wasn't here. I can't speak on that shit, part of my language. But I can speak on what I see. And what I see is his development vision going forward. Some are catching the vision, some miss it. When we look at the knowledge degree, in your 1 through 14, lost and found Muslim lesson number 2. No, 1, excuse me. 1. You look at that degree, the knowledge degree, say, have you not heard that your word shall be bond regardless to whom or what? What's the answer? Thank you, God. Everybody must be accounted for their word. When you say something, you mean that shit. You mean it. You don't just be loosely saying stuff. Have balls. I know they don't sell them at Walmart. When you say something, you own that. Yeah, that's right. If I tell you something, I'm gonna do it. Period. I don't do no playing like that. Because I know my wisdom is the reflection of what I know. And if I show that I'm a fool, nobody's gonna listen to me. Understand yourself. Manifest yourself first. Show and prove to yourself first. Then wisdom that out. Pass it around. So that knowledge can come through. Huh? Huh? That's right. Law you justice.
This way.
See,
Like justice.
I love the God. I love the earth. That's why my topic is brotherhood and sisterhood. See, brotherhood, when I came up in the system, you know, I did mad time in Victory of Law. I did time up here too, but mainly in Victory of Law is where I traveled throughout the Virginia system building, establishing classes inside the interior cipher, I understood the signs that the black man is God. I understood when the guard Imperial said, "You got to do this, son. We way down in Texas." Nobody down there, but I held it down. I'm still on the yard building. I'm still doing my 3-day fast at the end of the month. I'm still eating 1 meal a day. I'm still shadow boxing and doing my thing, pushing up, keeping it right. Why? Because it's war. You in the devil's society. Don't get it twisted. Don't get relaxed here. This is not your system, God. That's why the Father created the nation of gods and earth, so that we can have our own system. Brotherhood. We started back then. I read about the older gods. I get to meet the older gods, but from my brothers, Self, Lord Azam, Born Savior, all over down there in Victory of Law. From them brothers, we was like, boom, we stand together regardless to whom or what. And when I read the history of the nine, I'm like, oh, they did the same thing. Oh, okay, I get it. We gotta stick together. A brother called me, he thought I was somebody else. I came to him, I said, peace. I said, still black love. And my name is Lord Slaughter. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Don't be alienated. Don't be walking past scared. Talk to the people. How's you gonna draw them in? You gotta look like them. Sometimes you even gotta talk like them. But I'm highly intelligent. Their intelligence can never match mine, because mine is of Allah, the greatest. Nothing is greater than that. And I say that with authority. And you should say the same thing if you my ABC alike. Because I don't deal with no weak gods. I spit you out. I cut your whole head off. Period. I ain't playing. Because I know my lessons. My lesson say if you let a snake live, he gonna sting you, somebody else, and everybody in the nation. That's what my degrees say. So why the hell am I gonna let a snake live? Cut his head off. See? Sisterhood. Sisters, we need unity amongst you as well. You see gods, you say peace to the gods, y'all build. We need a brotherhood. We need a sisterhood here and everywhere. They have to start here though. Like this is mad sad. This is sad. This is sad. The unity should be way stronger. Brothers should be coming out. I'm coming all the way from Virginia. Newport News, Virginia to be exact. And I'm up here every 4th Sunday. How come brothers that live right here in Harlem can't come here? How come brothers that live right here in the X can't come here? I don't get it. You live right here. You in Medina, you live right here. You should be here. You live in the desert, you should be here. You in Staten, you should be here. Holding it down. I don't want to hear that bull on the radio about you God and you earth, but you ain't even here. Stop capping. That's what I'm gonna say. You ain't part of me. You cap. Because if you was part of me, you be out here donating to the school, holding ciphers in your particular area where you at. That's what I do. That's what the God taught me to do. And I keep on doing it until I shut these 2 physicals. And I'll pass it on to my seeds. And they'll keep on spitting. Trust me. That's the sign, son. You have to teach the babies. Your 5% is your woman and your children. That's your 5%. You teach them. You had them wearing the flags. You teach them today's degree mathematics. the God-born Savior put out every day of the day Supreme Mathematics. It's in a large text. Every day. That's peace. You get it? That's my brother. And the brother do that every day. And it sparked. I said, that's what we used to do every day in the system. Ask our brother, how you see the day Supreme Mathematics? See, that need to be reacclimated. That's why we weak. That's why we not unified. Because we don't check our brother. We don't check our sister. Huh? We gotta check each other. Like I said last time, we can turn devil overnight like that. Put the money on the table. Put the drugs on the table. And you see the real devils come out. A lot of people ain't catch that jewel. Let me tell you something. The reason why we ain't together is because of division. And when division came, Yaku created what? Thank you. That's what's the science, God. We're divided, so that means devil is amongst us. Huh? So now is a perfect time to check your brother. Now is definitely a perfect time to check your sister. Don't just walk by and say peace. Ask him today, Supreme Mathematics. Ask him what you study. What have you been building on? Do you need any aid and assistance in what you're building on? Huh? That's the science. We building a nation here. We ain't just sticking together, kicking it. I ain't got time for that. I make too much money for that. Understand that. Okay? Just to be sitting around kicking it with somebody. I don't got time for that. I want to see something erected. I want to see our flag bigger than the United States flag. I want to see our flag bigger than the Moroccan flag and the Kemetic flag. Okay? I want our flag nationally known and internationally known. Yes, thank you, God. That's what I want. International nation of gods and earth. Huh? We cross seas too. You got a lot of Chinese gods. You got a lot of Ethiopian gods that's over there in London. Yeah, them brothers is over there in United Kingdom. They over there. We got to tie though. But we can't tie with them if we ain't tied together. How? We're going to be defeated overnight. So with my message ending, I'm going to say, please, let's work on our unity as a brotherhood and unity as a sisterhood. Because we must love each other as if we love ourselves. Because just like I'm a love, he's a love, he's a love, we all a love. That's why I say all first, then boom. So Allah borns God. So let's be the supreme beings. Peace.
It's only gonna be 5 minutes. I just want to say, man, the sun is
I'm gonna get this off. Pace, I got something on my chest. Pace, I survived 2 car accidents, and I've been home since March 11th of 1992. Now, my name is Almighty, True Divine, Allah. I'm from Medina, and I rest in Mecca. But anyway, moving right along, I'm the wheelchair, and I'm standing on my 2. You're saying, hey, back in the day, that's why I beat. That's why I beat dog. That's why I mocked him. That's why I mocked him. Where you at? That's why I mocked him. Them niggas jumped me back in the days and they tried to cut my ears off. Y'all remember the world that I used to live in? When we was in South Jamaica with the, but anyway, moving right along. Today's mathematics is wisdom born, or be born what? Knowledge. Knowledge. Question of the day. How is wisdom born? Wisdom is born from knowledge and knowledge. Simple. Okay, let's deal with the science, but we don't deal with, what we say. Another positive word for that word is science, not true. We deal with science, right? Hydrogen plus oxygen all being born of what? Water. So wisdom is born through knowledge and knowledge. Hydrogen and oxygen.
You all right, girl?
It's a sweet rock river that never runs
I want you
dry.
falling out.
That's how I see today's mathematics. Before you deal with wisdom, you gotta deal with the science, which is what? Knowledge. When I first got knowledge of myself, I was what? True knowledge. I grew to become true divine. Because I took my sword, and I moved forward. I've been home since 92, March 11th, 1992, and I've been building. The gods of the earth that know me will tell you. When True Divine came home, I got that CDL. When I got with transit, I drove up to a law school in Mecca with the bus. Colleen will tell you, and the older guard will tell you too, and the guard will tell you I drove with a Medina. Where was his name?
Slow down.
From Harlem City.
You have a heart attack.
This in the house. I'm still steering. You can take your heart attack. Moving right along. Puff Daddy said Brooklyn is the house. And that's when I came over to Verrazano with a $500,000 tractor trailer. With $1 million worth of merchandise in the back. So, you ain't gonna tell me I ain't a builder. Ever since I've been home, I left that drug world alone, and I do positive people, positive places, and positive things. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Slow, cause none of us can pick this up.
The day is born. You understand? I survived 2 car accidents. Not only did I drive the tractor trailer, not only did I drive the bus, not only did I drive the ambulance, not only did I drive the straight truck. So, I was in prison when you was in prison too. I came home in 92, and I've been building ever since. Peace.
Hey, sit down, man.
I've been paid, but I'm still scared.
We won't be able to pick you up now. Come on.
But then is the national warrior.
The sun has magnetic power.
True indeed. Peace.
The earth has attracting power.
True indeed.
That's what we must recognize first and foremost. We have magnetic power. The earth has magnetic power. So wherever we go, our knowledge is our power. And once we start manifesting that knowledge, we get other people to recognize who the true living God is. A lot of us may be slow in multiplying, but we get the job done. A lot of us have attitudes with one another, but we recognize A alike. A alike, once you recognize A alike, you ain't gonna have nothing wrong to do or say against them. Acknowledge God's decree says, what is the meaning of civilization? One having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, and refinement. And it's not a savage in the pursuit of happiness. So you never, ever supposed to have any type of negative or hostile feelings towards your air life. Male or female. You don't get along, keep it moving. You don't see eye to eye, keep it moving. You don't never have no aggressive or hostility towards your air life. That's what we are born, that's what we're supposed to represent, truth and righteousness. Like I said, the sun has magnetic, the earth has attractive power. Knowledge and wisdom born understanding, that's our power. Peace.
Peace.
You gotta turn your flashlight back on. Your flashlight, Sharif.
How are you, quality? Allah say quality.
Peace.
One God.
For those who don't know me, my name is Born God. Right.
Peace.
And I am 83 years old.
Wow. Peace.
Oh, man. So you got now 83.
No, he's 83.
I'm not angry. I am God in earth. I am not upset. Because the way things is right now, that's the way we want it.
That's right.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's right.
You see, God, the wisdom 1 degree speaking about Yaakov. Why was Yaakov so successful? Right? God, Yaakov, he was successful and still successful because everything that they do, they see it first in the mind. We have to understand, Yaakov, they teach the 85% wisdom knowledge. Those who are in tune with Black history know everywhere they had slavery. When they took up the chain, the first thing the slave master gives the slave is what? The Bible.
Another chain.
Now, if there is any Christian disguise or Muslim, that we are better because this is not a nation of Muslim and Christian. Any book who teach about the mystery God, or you have to die to go to see God, came from the bloodsucker. It's wisdom knowledge. I don't care how you call that Bible. God and earth. The degree that was represent who are the 10%. They are the beast they make of the book. People like to believe the amateur even God is a spook. They cannot be seen by why? Or you have to die to go to see that God. So any book who teach that came from the bloodsucker.
Yes, sir.
And to conceal the truth and live in God. Is the Son of Man. The slave master gives us those books so we will not know that we are the true living God. That's why they give it to them. You see, the way I see the mathematics of God and earth, we have to drop everything from knowledge to bomb. Everything. Don't take nothing and face value. Been building with God. Even one of the firstborn, went back to SS, whatever. I asked them, they had never said that Allah said that everything in 120 is right in the cloud. He said, you got to don't take nothing and just try to show up everything from knowledge to word. If a degree is speaking about Jesus, if a degree is speaking about Musa, Moses, or Jacob, whatever degree, and 120, but our job is to do research. We cannot take this thing at face value. Because my research, that's the only thing I do in my life. Is study not only my mathematics, but black history. When you're dealing with the word Jesus, right? I find out the letter J did not exist in the alphabet. For a man to be called Jesus.
Jesus.
God, you know something called logic? And a place like Jerusalem, right? A man will be walking on top of the water. I'm talking small pollution. Wake up the physical dead man. Wake up the blind physical, right? Who the hell will not know that man? You think the blood sucker have to pay a man to identify that man? Who the hell will not know that Jesus? But definitely, when the Italian, the bloodsucker, the Greek, when they invade our land, Jerusalem, of course, we rebel against them. And many of us run away to the Dead Sea. Whoa. When they invade us. And at that time, it's like history repeats itself. The same thing happened today, back then happened right now. We have a different group who oppose the system, but they're using different techniques, different ways to fight. Back in Jerusalem, some of them cheat like Dr. King, some of them not going to Allah, whatever. But listen to me, God in earth. They show you Judah betrayed. They played him. At that time, of course, they had people who will betray
Look at the chess board right here.
with their finger and you rebel who are caught in the Italian hands. When you break it down, God even exists, don't exist. Jesus even just us. Something very important, God and earth and understand. We are responsible for every nation or every black man, black woman who see themselves God in this planet earth. We don't have to talk to them directly, even when I think it. Sun travel 1,000 feet per second, right? Light travel 186,000 miles per second. But the fastest force in the universe is what? In the top.
Don't travel at the speed that only God can detect.
That's right, God.
So we expect people, the mind of people, even without direct them. We are responsible for every black person on this planet Earth to see themselves as God. And many people do not understand when we're speaking about we are the baby. We are the people. Why? Because most of us, we're not in tune with what they call age. We still got caught in the blood sucker Bible talking about the end of the world. How come there be the end of energy? Energy has no beginning. How come it to the end? There never been nowhere the end of the world. It was always the end of an age. Like a Pisces age. Now we are in Aquarius age. That an age to know thyself. When you said today, right? Because me myself, that's the only thing I do. No, anybody who know me, we know that's the only thing I do. Speak about mathematics and my history. Anybody who know me right now, no. I don't speak nothing else. Nothing else. If you go in my neighborhood and Springfield Garden and my block and the area, Locust Manor, anybody, they will tell you, I know this elder. He said, peace. And he said, black is God, black is in my neighborhood. All my neighborhood. I don't speak about nothing else. When you say today to a person, the black man is God, right? Does that have the same effect but 50 years ago? Many people today, right, you say the black man is God, they say, oh, I know it. This is something that we have to be aware of. It's not the same thing. So don't feel depressed, discouraged, because it's the way it is. We have the potential to be the greatest nation ever. But the universal truth, we have to put what that potential into activation. Same thing now we say what? We are the dominant melanin people. Some people will say what? I'm dominant melanin people. I'm more powerful than the recessive
You too.
melanin. That's wrong. We have the potential to be more powerful. It's not just because we have dominant melanin to say, well, I'm more powerful. But we have. Be universal truth, we have the potential to be more powerful. Even we are dominant melanin, they are recessive melanin. They rule. This is their civilization. And something I'm going to say, God and earth, please, don't get emotional. Just do the knowledge, what I'm saying. I'm not, anything I'm saying, please, do the knowledge. There was no one man, please, I know that can cause people. There was no one man in the planet Earth, one man who called Jacob or Jacob. It's a consciousness. It's a state of mind. We all become Jacob.
You change your number? Well, when I just text you, it says...
We all become Jacob.
Just text your number, said it didn't go through.
As I said again, don't take nothing, please, and face value. Do research. Study.
Text your number? Text your number?
And we are not Muslims. We are God. See, religion don't find out the truth. Any religion, they don't find out the truth. What they do is to conceal whatever the slave master gives it to them, to conceal it, to kill it. I'll give you an example. I went to Kimi, which they call Egypt. Before Alexander lived there, which people call him the Great, because he killed all black people. When he killed all black people and took the land, his people call him the Great. He's not the Great for me if he killed my ancestors. Make it short, God on earth.
Okay, now.
When I went over there, the Muslim over there called him Mecca.
That's my government.
When I went there. If we're walking with a black woman, the Muslim will ask us, how much money you want for her? Anytime they see a black person, I'm telling you, my experience is not like I read on book. Anytime they see a black person, they see a slave.
Lost it.
The Muslim, when they invade our land, our continent, and Africa, they enslaved us. When they took up the chain, they give us Allah. I make it wrong. When they took up the chain, they give us Allah. That's why there is more Muslim than Arab now in Africa. When the white people from the West, right? That means they give us their God. When white people from the West enslaved us, when they took up the chain, they give us Jesus. I'm making plain. If the Chinese will enslave us, when they took up the chain, they will give us Buddha. Buddha. Make it plain.
Make it plain.
No compromise.
That's right.
The sun don't compromise.
That's right.
Make it plain. Now, get back to what I said. When I went to Kimi, the Muslim wife would call him naked. The echo is fine. They see us, they see black people, what you call a slave. When I came back, I was walking now the Wisdom Power Street, right?
And after the sister, the brother walking with the sister, right? They got the Muslim thing within. I was I did like that, right? And I went to them. I said, you know what I'm saying? And I've been telling them my experience about the Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You Muslims, things like that. But I'm telling them, you know, relationship, my experience with them about the Muslims. You know what the sister said? The sister said, I don't want to hit with you. She said, because she's religious. She said, I don't want to hurt with you. I'm a Muslim. So the religious people, they're not about self-religion. But my whole point is this, that we are not religious. We are not Muslims. Our job is to draw up everything from knowledge, born. From not everything. Because you got to understand God and earth. People don't have to be an addiction to raise their consciousness, to be awareness. Many people, millions of black people know there was nobody called Jesus. Many black persons who were not there, there was nobody called Moses. There was nobody called Abraham. There was nobody called Jacob. All that God, the bullshit came from the slave master who gave it to us. So those people who are aware of it, they're in a higher consciousness. When we come to them right now, we will be speaking to them about Jesus, Moses, Abraham, all these kinds of things, God. They're going to repent. Because this kind of line, Semitic history, it passed. And many of us not aware of it. In the Bible, there's a God, Allah, slave. I cannot wait for that God to cut his hair. I cannot wait for that God to cut his garden hair. Allow a man, a group of men to kidnap me and the family, to enchain me for 400 years, whipping me. I cannot wait for that mystery God. Now, why that God get pissed off? Why get pissed off to John and people from Timid because they had slaves? How come he said it's all right for slaves? Why God should get pissed off if there was a man called Moses who spoke to him? Why God should get pissed off? Because he said it's all right for slavery. Oh, he wasn't all right for slavery back then, but he was a slave back in slavery for 100 years. He was all right when they came here, killed all our brothers and sisters, all the Indians, took the land. What happened to that piece of God? In our history, and came in black history, there was nobody called Musa or Moses. All that came from the 10%, the bloodsucker. I repeat myself again. Any book who teach about the mystery God is to conceal the truth and living God, who ate the Son of Man. Any book. And myself, I suggest today, what we have to do is to do
mental exercise, meditation, to raise our vibration, our frequency. Because anything from the past has been to consciousness. We build the sun, the moon, and star, physical universe back then with our consciousness awareness. So what happened to us right now, that on earth we are vibrating in a low frequency.
That's what it is. Turn the frequency.
Low vibration. So we have to start doing meditation. Just like Allah said, one day we will stop getting high. We all will become vegan, vegetarian, eat good food. So we can raise our frequency, our vibration today. And something else I want to say, God. Many things my brother, my big brother said back then, that's white man. Back then, he was like a robot because he didn't want the system to destroy us, to kill us. Because he knew everybody who opposed the system got fucked up, especially my friend. Same thing Muhammad Ali saw, right? Everybody who faced George Foreman face to face got fucked up. What he had to do is what? Robert Dog. So my big brother back then, he was doing what? Robert Dog. So you cannot do Robert Dog all the time. We have to let it go. We got to stop everything that we eat. When I be building to everybody in my block, in my area, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I let them know about my age. I'm 80 years old. If I'm playing handball, I'm doing anything, dancing my shit, you see, they got to ask me, how old are you, man? You got to look good. You got to be a role model. We have to, for the people under the podium, to stop acknowledging our wisdom. If we got a fucking cripple, we all be fucking dying. Why you be listening to us? As I repeat myself, God, we got to stop now doing mental exercise, doing our meditation by any means necessary. To raise our vibration, to raise our frequency. For today, now I say, peace. Peace, family. It shows you where's the bone. Where's the born a king who sit upon his throne to show you the truth on his square. To be born, be born in his glorious day of dawn and the earth. For mathematics don't lie. All we got to do is what multiply and build on to what life. Now it's showing you a king. Have you not heard that your word shall be born regardless of who? That's the truth.
Yes, my word is born upon his life. Now we give our life before my word shall work fair. But there is no mystery God. We are the God.
That's right.
We are the true and living God. There is no unrighteousness in us. You know, so therefore we must what? Continue to speak the truth on our way and live it out. The mathematics of living is that. You know, we are the living example of God. But we are God. So wisdom born shows you that. We the king. We the one that sits upon that throne of what? The righteousness. And have to find the word of judgment. We're in time of something named El Rahim Allah.
Hey. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about before. Talk some wrong stuff. You know, a lot of brothers read here, but they wisdom was born. The brothers say, they already had wisdom born, and now it's born wisdom. Now it's not born wisdom. They stop at now it's not for some reason. Wisdom born, now it's not. But if they mathematics is wisdom, mathematics go from now to 4. There ain't no now. 1 to 9 and all that. But to tell you the truth, it's talking about who didn't get it. They went back to the mosque. They went back to Christianity. But if they understood their lessons, they could never go back into the grave. Like the God said, the first book they gave us, that portion of the book called the Bible. They gave us the false person as a God named Jesus. And I wrote a thing called Jesus is a Myth. A lot of y'all might have just read it before on Little Sisters knowing how it is. How to be the 1 to 14, when it's talking about just being buried in Jerusalem, never happened. You know why? It never was a Jesus. If you knew that it never was a Jesus, you couldn't go back to Christianity. And in the Holy Quran, it got Jesus there. They say he's not God, he's a prophet. They say he lived 120 years. The people say he lived 33 years. They both liars. But Jesus never existed. There's many books I can tell you to go to, but the quickest one I can tell you to go to is the True Authorship. It's True Authorship of the New Testament. You know, in that book, they'll show you how the Pesos family created Christianity, the Roman aristocrats. And they made fictitious characters. One was Jesus, but another one was the angel Gabriel. Now, the angel Gabriel was a fictitious character that they made in Rome. How can he be some gave to Muhammad? That's what he is. Pedophile. What's a pedophile? You know the church ain't nothing but pedophile. Muhammad married a girl when I was from work, 6 years old, had sex with her 9 years old. That's no fact. 9 years old. Google it. 9 years old. Had you a daughter, a child, at 9 years old. That ain't pedophilia. What is it? You know about the so-called priest. They put the Pope in the pedophile, and he did what? He resigned. He ain't sick. He's still living. But they caught him with some call boys. Said, you gotta stop this. He couldn't stop himself. And so they said, you gotta step down. So he'll put another devil in his place. You know? That's who's running the world, the Vatican. You know? With they army. You know? The Jesuits, they were some master teachers, and they go all over in the missionary. You know, this is how they did colonialism with the missionary. You all know they came first with the missionary, and they came with the soldiers and military, and they said to you, well, they're gonna go to hell, you know, because they bad. Meanwhile, you get raped, robbed, murdered, you know, all kind of atrocities that don't even speak on. Let's tell you, when you learn about them, you want to run them amongst you because you find out how filthy they are and all their affairs. Not a game.
You know, it's a shame that Obama was the one that opened up the doors, the floodgates. You know, he allowed equal rights under homosexuality. You know, a man can never be a woman, and a woman can never be a man. You know, on social media, they'll ban you for that. They're trying to stop the truth. You know, they don't call babies babies no more. You know what they call them? Babies. They try to have all kind of pronouns to take us away from the truth, from multiply. Everything they can. I've been told you about some diseases coming back when I had with Edith. When I was talking about getting vaccinations everywhere now, when the vaccination time was coming, I heard Bill Gates say the only way to slow down the world population is vaccination. Sure enough. And then they come out with a thing called luciferase. You know what luciferase is? It's a device where they can tell whether you got vaccinated or not. And its patent number is 060606. This is not a fucking joke. They're actually living this out. The playbook is the Bible. They live it out. They make it that which is not real, that's their script. Because they already got you going according to it anyway. You know? Subconsciously, a lot of people are still stuck in Jesus. That's the main program. And that's why I was talking about brothers going back. You can never go back into religion once you know there never was a Jesus. Matter of fact, there were no prophets. You know why there's no prophets? Huh? Because there ain't no mystery God. So how you have a prophet for something that never existed? How can there be a prophet for a mystery God? And he never existed. What kind of stuff is that? You can never go backwards into that. You might go into something else psychedelic, you know? But the devil had his status quo and everything. And the service right now. It's because the house of Set is another one. They allow these people to have satanic worship. And they ain't nothing but a bunch of pedophiles. I'm telling you, stay Christian, Islam, nothing but a bunch of pedophile slavery religions. Because the Arabs are worse than us than the goddamn European. And still right now, you can go online to auction blocks they got in Libya, where they selling somebody look like you and me. Today. We got to deal with realities that's keeping us blind, deaf, and dumb. And Jesus is the main character. I want to get in your heads, you know? Because the brother said, the father said that every 100 let's write this act. I'm like, bang! Religion. Simple. But some of us want to go quote about Muslim lessons. They told us not to mess with that plus lesson. You act like that's the gospel. So you can talk a little faster. Learn a little something from a page. They don't even know they take a curriculum to understand. But those of us who are wise enough, they know that wasn't enough for our appetite. That we can just different disciplines and not going to school on our own and study. Right now, I know you can get a PhD and not go to school. But the access we have with the internet, you get the information that you want. And these libraries and colleges, or they can give you an ID up and you go and look at anything you want and take some of them books out. That's the reference book. We're talking about brothers, Bill, I said grace for me. Because it's something new. What we bring in is new. Behold, I make all things new. A new way of thinking, a new way of doing things. That the science of living mathematics. That was reserved for the Son of Man that raised us from mental level of power. And mathematics is Islam, and Islam is mathematics. But that's told me something about what to put down that culture in alphabets or something like that. So I said, no, it's mathematics. Sure enough, right. That was the gig. It's a good film called The Great Pyramid Cave 2019. And the white man says that mathematics is algebra, let it go. He knows that. He knows you got the universal wire composition. He knows that. You got the highest access to the mind. But we're not human beings. We're supreme beings. He don't say it, human being. He says supreme being. Black man for me. They say we teach the humans how to be civilized. Man or woman, because it says what? What? It doesn't say one habit now is with understanding cultural refinement and not a savage pursuit of happiness. My thoughts come before my mind. Anybody want to go back? Mr. Bill, June 17th, 18th, and 19th, we're going to Niagara Falls for a day trip. We have accommodations at the Holiday Inn, $137 for 2 nights, double occupancy. That day's agenda will be breakfast. We have a hike, morning hike. Then we go into the Underground Railroad Museum. We check out our history. Because we got a lot of history. Let's try to escape up into Canada, escape slavery. And start all the way down south. And some of all our people got on that railroad. And somebody said, what train was it? And I laughed too. But you know what? The Underground Railroad was over the train is over the railroad. That train is going from Penn Station to Canada. So you think that it was an order of somebody who could go ahead and get on that train and go to freedom. Yeah, brokers. I didn't know this. That's a laugh. You know about that. When they train, it was asking for some train over to Canada to freedom. I didn't know. That's the train you gotta go get on. The Amtrak, you go up there, $112 round trip. It's already on God's Facebook, on the Ronald Douglas, all the information. We have the Zoom on June 3rd, 7 a.m. The information is too. Already on the net. What's it? 7 p.m. What's it? 7 a.m. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, you had to get it out here. I got excuse now. You probably won't. You heard? I can say it more. I found it, realized, and accepted that I was old. I don't know if you brothers were old. Was almost in denial, like I was. I wanted to hip hop and skip. And my mind said it, my body said, no, sit down over me. I bought me a seat. I can't sit at all stuff no more. It's crazy to get back to the trip. It's going to be a nice trip. You know? The brother's email is atlantisbill@gmail.com. atlantisbill@gmail.com. So, this is how to get in touch to hold your room. It was $100 deposit to hold the room. And only $137, so you put $37 up. Now, if you by yourself, when you catch somebody on that Zoom, go down with you on the room. This way, you paid at $112 and after $137. Less than $200. Do it after something. Go ahead, God. Go ahead. I ain't trying to take no accolades, but God's word is awesome entertainment, right? That's my partner. And Saladin. You know Saladin? My big Saladin. He's curator. And he's the one giving us the tour. He's the direct descendant from Uncle Tom. Now, Uncle Tom was not a negative person, he was a positive person. Because this Uncle, that's where they leave Uncle Tom behind John Henson. Sorry. No, Messiah Henson. All right, good. Thank you, because John Henson's the other guy talking about the president. Thank you, man. I get all this history in my head.
Question, guy. So I was ain't took care of the business you was supposed to take care of?
What's that?
Dealing with the flag,
Oh, he been did that. Oh, no. He gave it back. You know what I'm saying? And hope no wrong people don't pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, all right, so he did with that. You know what I'm saying? He did a great move, but it just wasn't time. You know, we're not ready, we wasn't ready for that. But somebody else to get it right. We can't give it to the monster to trade it. You know, put it in something with the guard earth, structure, then let it go right back to where anybody can pick it up. Because I see like getting up their flag for our flag. Have you noticed that? I see the wall talking online. He got our flag behind it. I see the Muslims online. They got our flag behind it. Now, I know if you take another man's flag, if you surrender to their rules and regulations. This place should be filled up like this. All the people waving our flag, they selling stuff too. That's what that thing was that trying to make these bloodsuckers give the wrong idea what 5% is all about. They on social media talking all kind of nonsense. Especially when I was talking about prophets and all that guy. They can tell you all kind of history. Jesus, history, everything. You might think I don't know it all. I'm not all wrong. But I know she's a myth. You got that in your mind, you never go back to Christianity or Islam.
The ball playing back there. Jesus, the ball playing. Not at all. Not like you.
When I see him, I'm going to slide in. These people, the Syrian Jews coming from Europe, they the ones that forced out of They took them out the caves first. They were the Jews. They took over. They used the titles. They answered both questions. But most never do so. Yaakov was not his name. Yaakov was not his name. The man who lives to die. Yaakov is a planet. So he was just a scientist. And they used their names of the planet. So the time when the Muslims even say themselves they read about Yaakov history, and they couldn't find him. And they was supposed to be in some jail under another name. I don't know if you read that before. I heard that stuff. I can all that stuff. I know what I'm talking about. You know? More than you know, God. We have to, like the brother said, the father said, don't take nothing on face value. Especially your lessons. Don't try to get along with me. Because, you know, you get some shit because you know about some prophets' history. There wasn't no prophets. And like I said, the Gabriel was fictitious, was made up by the Romans, and if it was made up, how the hell could he see Muhammad in it? Like I said, the mystery God came down. Alright? He wasn't no prophet, not. You know? And if he was dropped his mate. They won't show you a picture of him. His venery, but his family got lighter and lighter and lighter, and now he looks like most people of that area. You know what I'm saying? Because his right hand man was what? He was alive. And you know how they do. Back in the day, they had a class system. They still got it to today. Like don't. We call it? You don't speak on that. That's a negative stuff. You know? All right, Father, anybody got anything you ask me? I'm ready to go. Peace.
name is Shaq West, Lord, infinite love. There is not the magic wisdom born, all being born in knowledge. Knowledge is all being born in wisdom. What I want to build about today is how to make wisdom born. You make wisdom born by leading by example. Wisdom is your wise words and your wise actions that's produced by a wise person in a wise manner. So now, born means to be complete in its season. The way you make your wise actions, your wise words born or complete is by leading by example. How do we do that? Lead by example by first going into what? Self. That's dealing with introspection. You gotta go into yourself, for yourself, by yourself, to yourself. Nobody else can go into you and know you better than you. We deal with introspection every time and every way, but we don't realize it. When you first get knowledge, they say you gotta fast. That's true indeed. We all went through it, but guess what that is? That's introspection. Because you gotta exercise your willpower in order to get through that. Once you exercise your willpower, then you are exercising introspection. Going into yourself to pull out that will. Everybody don't have the willpower to stop smoking cigarettes, even though they know that it's made with pig's blood. I like to lead by example. Very rarely y'all see me get up here and build. I had a young guy with me today, just went to the bathroom or something. I've been walking and talking and building with him. And I brought him here to show what our nation is about. And I'm glad that he didn't see any negativity. And I appreciate that from y'all. Every one of y'all. I appreciate that. Because last Parliament, I invited people from Philly. They came in a group here, and the bill was not productive. They left. I just want to deal with and build on introspection for a minute. In order to get through a fast, you got to create some willpower to do it. If your willpower is not strong, then you're going to fall victim to your fast. If your willpower is strong, then you'll get past your fast. Once you get past your fast, you got to still deal with what? Introspection. In order to retain those lessons. You have to go into yourself and realize that you have to deal with retaining them, remembering them, memorizations, and repetition. In order to do these things, you haven't did them since school. But in order to do them, you got to go into yourself, for yourself, by yourself, and to yourself in order to accomplish them. Right now, it seems like a lot of people are looking outside of themselves for something they should find in themselves. There is no mystery God. There never has been and there never will be. In order for us to come together for one common cause, we all got to deal with introspection. We all got to deal with introspection. We all got to go into ourselves, for ourselves, to ourselves, by ourselves, and pull out what? The best part.
That's right, God. Best part.
Not the worst part, because that's what we've been displaying. We've been displaying our worst part. and our worst side. Let's get back to displaying our best side and our productive sides. This is not a joke to me. I've been in this nation since 1983. When I got knowledge in 83, I was asked questions of sincerity. Why do you want this knowledge? What can this knowledge do for you? And how can you give back to this nation? I had to answer those questions before I even went through a fast. Because God wanted me to deal with introspection. He wanted me to go into myself and find my own sincerity and pull it out. Being sincere within self is being sincere to our nation. You can't be sincere to yourself. There's no way you can be sincere to anybody else, much less this nation. You can't find it within yourself to be sincere, then you must leave this nation. It's about sincerity. I used to hear brothers named Sincere all the time. Now I know one. Because that weight, that name takes on a lot of weight. Name Sincere takes on a lot of weight because it deals with introspection. You gotta constantly go into yourself in order to pull out your sincerity and remain sincere. I heard that God say today that what's the duty of a civilized person? The duty of a civilized person is to remain civilized. What's the duty of God? The duty of God is to remain God forever and eternally. I come across brothers all the time saying they used to be God. When I got knowledge, there was no such thing. Either you was or you wasn't. There was no gray area there where you could still come around us and say you used to be. That was non-existent. True or not, God? Yeah. And we still come across them today. They see our flag and they say, peace, God. You say, peace, who you be? They say, my name is Tommy. I used to be God. That's because that brother hasn't dealt with no introspection. He hasn't went into himself to find his sincerity yet. And a lot of them fall victim to the wayside because they haven't found their sincerity. A lot of people have lost their sincerity. And a lot of people still looking for their sincerity. And still looking how to be sincere. Still looking for how to introspect. It's real that we need to come together for one common cause. It's also real that we're the youngest nation on this planet. It's also an actual fact that if we don't come together for one common cause to straighten up our own what self, then who will? I just want to give y'all that jewel about introspection so that we can all go through it and find out what we need to pull out for this nation. Hey!
Hey! Hey! Peace, God. Hey! How y'all doing? It's crazy. This brother here was my best friend in New York. He was taking me, that block was taking me to movies. And see Lady Kung Fu, that's when I met Alon Real. 1973, that summer.
And everybody in between him is dead. I see y'all, I've seen y'all, some of y'all all my life, but don't know them. Everybody I know in this nation, other than Balshar Jamel, Righteous Mathematics, and Elson Wise, is dead. And I have a problem with them. I got along with them because I grew up with them. I have my own see on things that brothers don't agree with, like what he was building on, about Jesus didn't exist. All right, I agree with that. And that's why for myself, I'm on a happiness degree in the 12 truths. I don't quote 120 no more, because for myself, I don't have enough to show and prove. I have enough doubt about 120. And those who tell me things, it's the same things I've already heard, and you got that shit from my lady, and you got it from another religious book. I strive for the 12 truths. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We all got some of that. Freedom, justice, and equality. We all deserve that. Food, clothing, and shelter. We all need that. Love, peace, and happiness. We all desire that. I'm not going to tell no man how to live righteous in a land of devilishment. Do what you do, but we got to get ours for this nation. I have ideas. We all have ideas. But we got to come on one common cause. It ain't been done in over 50 years. Let's be realistic. But now, it's a different sincerity that I see. So I see it's going to happen now. I say, me for myself, like he said, inner self, I'm pure knucklehead. I want to get to know all y'all. But know that I have my own seat. I love you all. I'm not arrogant, but I see my seat. I don't deal with 120 unless I got a question. I put bills up on Facebook all the time. Whenever I ask a question, I get no answer. Unless it's, you a snake. You this, you that. But nobody answers my questions. But when I put up something somebody see negative, I walk away from it, but they still go at it for 3 or 4 days. That's not building. That's destroying. I have a lot of questions, and I will be asking you. Allah shall tell you, I call this snake out on Facebook. You teach in class? All right, let's see. So, what I'm trying to say is, peace to the gods and earth. We got a lot to do, and I'm with it, whatever. Even if I don't agree, I'll flow with the masses. Peace.
Hey. What's your name again, God?
Lord Kashim Allah.
All right, please, family, it seems as though we're winding down. So I want to thank each and every one of you, man, for showing today to the most important thing in our culture, which is us, our politics, right? I do a lot of thinking, man, about how mathematics walks and talks, right? And so, about 10 years, maybe 20 years ago, I came up with a formula. Y'all bear with me. I try to recall it. That virtue, knowledge, wisdom, and then you wisdom understand.
Talk about it.
Right? And once you understand, this gives you the ability to live your culture, you know, which will give you your freedom. Freedom for what? Freedom, man, is linked with the power, because that is also born. All right? Power, however, must be refined, because we came in here, man, with a lot of power, a lot of it. You know what? A lot of anger, a lot of doubt, a lot of willingness, man, to add on. Right? We're strong, young. We did things, man. That's the sound of my voice. I remember, man, could like, how it would like reverberate off the walls at how it tumbled. Right? And I'm grateful that I still have a voice today. But like I was saying, man, once you have refined your power, now that is an equality, man, that few will be able to master in their lifetime. You know, because many have power, but no refinement. Many have power, no refinement. I said many have power, but no refinement. But the equality of God is that he will always, because equality is power as well. Our alphabets tell us that. Equality is power as well. So how do you make it walk and talk? To be God. To be God, who is not only a builder, but he is also a destroyer. He is also a destroyer. Every time you build for the right, you are destroying the wrong. Right? But first you have to come from the operation, realizing, man, everything begins with one. Everything begins with one. You know, you got to knowledge wisdom, to gain understanding, to be able to live our culture. In order so that you'll have the freedom of expression or the freedom to manifest your power through your refinement. Because let's face it, man, every time I look at my lessons, I see something different. And I know, man, that we're not a parrot-like people. You know, we go in different directions. It's an example, man, that is building a house. Someone's a carpenter, someone's an electrician, someone does the concrete work, someone does the other things. But we all have a part to play in building this house. But you must realize that this has already been built. I say this has already been built. You come in to add on. And this is how the house expands. You know, some people relate to a temple. We don't have no temple. You know what I'm saying? What we do have, though, man, is the body of God manifesting one, because we are all one. One man of the same mind, the same intention, right? To build what? What is God here to build? He's here to build a law well manifest, to destroy the misconception, to destroy religion. I'll keep it simple. Because we're here to crush all religion. Because God said that religion has been the graveyard for our people, right? And that will born something, man, that has never been dealt with before. Never seen before. Because as far as many promises, many things, and they fell short. Right now, it seems like we're alone. I look and see, man, you know, there's a lot of knowledge on what's happening with vaccination, what have you. Where are the black men to guide us through this chaos, this tragedy, this trick that has been played on you? They want to talk about a great reset, a great deception. Who the hell is going to impoverish the whole world over something that's no better than the seasonal flu? Now I know, man, we look at the papers and we don't know, oh, you had 1 million cases. Well, cases, somebody came and registered to get shot. That's a case. You know? But if you were to really, man, like see how, man, Google and these other sites, man, have like suspended the truth in favor, because you speak against vaccination, like I found out, they suspended my Facebook page, Divine Prince. Had that page a long time. But Divine Prince go on and put videos up of those that, man, are giving the people the truth about vaccination and COVID-19. I'm off. So now I'm Ronald Douglas. Now I'm Ronald Douglas. You know what I'm saying? But Facebook and all the things, man, are starting to put a very sour taste in my mouth, because the people are not receiving the information they need to free themselves of this beast. God said it right. The Vatican got more power than people realize. All right? But if we're here to crush religion, what are we going to replace it with? What are you going to replace it with? Because I want to tell you something. See how many of us is here? The churches were packed today. People, man, are at their wits' end, praying to that mystery God. Right? So we are here, man, to put forth a different reality, a law world manifest. And each one of you today has shared in a part of that experience. I want to tell you, because it's not coming, it's already here. It's already here. And I thank you all once again, man, for showing me your parliament. Peace, gods and earth.
Hey, once again, I want to say something. Yo,
Get him in the head, yeah.
1972, I met a man by the name of Old Man Justice. Old Man Justice told me, he said, you see this? The vaccination, as it still is, right? Just African. We went out the door, God said, at that time, it was the parliament, you seen brothers coming from north, east, west, and south. That's breaking news. God said, you see this here? He said, me and the father built this. He
said, you want to show and prove to me that you God? He said, you go out somewhere that they ain't never heard of you nor the Bible said, and you bring me back a nation. Then you show and prove to me that you God. I'm like, wait. He said, yeah, we done know this. Now you go on out and bring me back a nation. So when I look at the nation there, I say many gods are still on that journey. You know, and to show and prove, I had a young brother, his name was B.